Hello, my friends. I am Ventox, your resident Danganronpa 2 addict, and today we're jumping back in with class trial number 2. We have done the investigation. We ended last stream right at the start of the trial, and so that is where we are going to be diving back in today. I don't really have a whole lot of bookkeeping. Nothing has changed, so I think we can really kind of just jump right in. So that's what we're going to do. Welcome to the stream, guys. It's good to see everybody. Hello, Shinjo. What's up, Lugia? Hello, Dor. I saw Vacuum. Starting with Gundam as the buddy. Yes, blessed. Game is too loud. Thank you. Brought it down by like 20%-ish. So, we are going to go ahead and just quickly go over our evidence that we've got so far, the sequence of events, and then we'll go into my current working theory about the trial, and then we'll dive into the trial. So, start. We're opening our e-handbook, and we're just going to go through our truth bullets. Number 1, the Monokuma file. Mahiru is our victim this time around. I am heartbroken because I really, really liked Mahiru. She was killed with a blunt strike to the back of her head, a single strike, and we know from later evidence that it was an instant death. The bloodstains on the floor have streaks leading away, indicating that she was dragged through. There was one set of footprints on the beach, which we have now matched to Hiyoko, that is Saionji. The bat is the murder weapon. It was also used in Twilight Syndrome murder case. The trash can had these water bottles on them. The pretty anime girl mask was found at the crime scene and indicates a connection with a serial killer known as like Super Justice or Shining Justice or Sparkling Justice or something like that. The yellow gummy was found inside the closet, which at first seemed to indicate that it was Saionji. Later evidence appears to contradict that, so it definitely looks like someone is setting Saionji up. The shower room is off limits for changing, cannot be used, and in the shower room the only notable evidence is this iron-barred window, which is about 9 feet up and can be opened as long as you can actually reach it. In the video game, there was a broken fish tank with gravel and water spread everywhere in the music room. The killer appeared to break out here, but we know that that was not the case. The swimsuit was stolen. I don't know where this is going to come in. The ending prize, this one's important. This one included the following photos, as well as a note. This was found in Mahiru's room and was given to the first person to beat the game, which we understand to have been Fuyuhiko Kuzuryu. The first photo in here was this photo of Saionji, Mikan, and Ibuki, all just hanging out at the entrance hall. Next is the photo of the broken vase. Next is a photo of, we understand this to be Fuyuhiko's sister, dead. This is, we understand to be Sato, dead. This gummy bag was found inside Saionji's room because Nagito is a creep, and it only has strawberry, melon, grape, and orange flavors, so it does not have a lemon or anything else that would be yellow. Now, Mahiru's body had this letter, which had a lot of suspicious stuff written on it. I was going to tell you in person, but I couldn't find you, so I put this in your mailbox. About what we discussed earlier, is it okay if we change the place and time? I want you to come to the beach house on the second island at 2:30. It seems that there's someone who wants to interfere with our meeting. Let's keep it a secret until then. Let's try not to see each other for a while. It would be bad if they started suspecting us for no reason. And then Mikan says that she died instantly. And that is all of our evidence. Thinking time. Oh, you think that there's thinking happening? There is not a single thought going through this head like 90% of the day. So, what is my current working theory? Well, basically, based on the timeline that we have established, which, let me pull up my notes here. Where's the timeline? So, based on this timeline that we've established, we have a pretty good understanding of who came and went, and we really can narrow down our suspicions to a very small group of people with a big asterisk. So, people who we know to have been in the area, obviously Mahiru was there, she died in that location, that seems pretty clear. We know that Fuyuhiko had been around there at some point, like right as soon as Ibuki and Mikan show up. We know that Saionji came running away crying, and we also know that Soda was the third person to discover the body. So, with that being the case, I expect that the three of them were the three who discovered the body in order. I believe that it was Fuyuhiko first, then Saionji, then Soda, which means that someone else must have been there prior to that and have been the culprit. Now, we don't understand anybody else to have been present at the beach house. It would be very unlikely for anyone to have been hidden on the beach house, which means whoever the culprit is must have escaped from Chandler Beach. I can't remember what the name of the beach is, but this area that has the beach house. They must have been able to escape from there and join us later. In theory, that opens the door for it to be almost anybody. The one thing I can say with like 100% certainty is it's not Kazuichi. Kazuichi did not murder Mahiru. Other than that, though, really almost anybody else is eligible as murderer. So why then do I think that the murderer is Peko Peko? Two main reasons. First, our truth bullets have the anime girl mask, which is just baffling. It has no bearing on this case whatsoever. There is no relevant information about this at all. And so that may get explained later, and maybe I'll change my disposition, but at this moment, the only thing that I can think of with this is that the person who was in the room with us when Sonia was first talking about the Shining Justice, Sparkling Justice serial killer who always wears a mask was Peko Peko. Inside that room, it was in the library, it was me, Sonia, and Peko Peko. So maybe she's doing that to throw it off, or otherwise to disguise her face when she committed the crime. Now, second, I'll admit, that first one, that's a bit of a loose, very stretch kind of reasoning. But my second thought, much more concrete in my mind, is our timeline here. I noted that Peko Peko arrived having just swam for 3 hours. Of everybody who arrived here, Peko Peko is the only one who was in the water. She said she swam for 3 hours around the island, out to the sea. And so it stands to reason that if she could swim that far out and that persistently, it would not be difficult for someone to swim to, from the beach, just around to a different access point and get back. You're gonna double Peko's name for the whole game, aren't you? It's the easiest way for me to remember. Peko Peko just makes so much more sense to me. It's the same reason that, I write Soda, because even though I know his first name, Kazuichi, Soda is very sharp in my brain. And also, Hyoko didn't stick, but Saionji did. It's just about what things stick and how do I remember them. So, I think that we have evidence that somebody could swim away. They could, make their way off of the shore and get to someplace else. And it is very conspicuous that she arrived soaking wet. Nobody else did. And someone could have dried off, but I don't know. Feels like it would be in a killer's best interest to be around other people when stuff goes down. Now, is it possible that Nekomaru did it and swam away and then just dried off and showed up later whenever? Yeah, I guess. But I don't know, the fact that the mask is there kind of just drives me towards Peko. So that's my current working theory. Now, a couple of things that I think are relevant and that reinforce my timeline. Because we know that Mahiru died instantly, that means that she cannot have been crawling over to the door, which means somebody dragged her out here. Now, that, I think, lines up with the footprints on the beach. Anybody could have gone in and out of the beach house from the doorway leading to the road without leaving footprints. However, at a certain point, she was propped up against the door, and that led somebody else, specifically Hyoko Saionji, to loop around the building instead. So that would explain why we have the footprints if Saionji was the person to prop her up. And then I still think that with the footprints in the sand, these water bottles were probably used to like hide the footprints in the sand at some point. So that's my current set of theories. There's a couple of big unknowns that I have to acknowledge. The first is Saionji's clearly hiding something. Something happened in that beach house, and she knows what was going on. And then second of all, why the parallels with the murder case and who knew what at what time, those things we're just gonna have to find out because I can't really begin to speculate. And so that's pretty much it, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and just check on my pet. She's good, which means that we can go ahead and jump in.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
As always, I'm happy I don't have to do so much voice acting today.
You will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who
Oh yeah,
done it.
one other X factor that I have to acknowledge is we don't know how long Nagito's been out, and Nagito might have been screwing around with stuff.
I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Oh, no matter how many times I hear it, it's such a cruel rule.
Now then, let's first discuss the motive. That masterpiece of gaming, Twilight Syndrome murder case.
What? Who cares about that game?
The outcome of this trial should be determined by whether or not we find Mahiru's killer.
That's right, Gundam.
Nevertheless, we shouldn't ignore it. After all, that game is the motive this time.
Yeah, you're right. Then let's try discussing that first.
I'm sure everyone who's beaten the game already knows that it's based on an actual murder case.
Some of us have not beaten that game. Give
Or
us a
so you say,
detailed
Pecco.
explanation.
It means Twilight Syndrome Murder Case is a non-fiction game. Additionally, some of us are characters in that game too.
Some of us are characters in a video game?
So, I think it's better if we clarify who the characters
Nobody
in
tell
the game
him.
are first.
The characters in the game were Girl A, Girl B, Girl C, Girl D, Girl E, and Boy F. And the high school girl who got killed at the beginning, who I have referred to as Victim, but who doesn't have any specific name. By using the staff roll after clearing the game as a reference, I should be able to figure out who is who. The first character the player was able to control was Girl A. Okay, who did I have on my notes as Girl A? I remember Girl B was Hyoko. Tsumiki? Tsumiki was Mikan, I think?
I see!
Girl A is probably
Yeah.
Mikan Tsumiki. That timid tone. That definitely sounds like Girl A. Based on the list of names in the staff roll, I can't think of anyone else who would be Girl A.
Oh, Notes was covering my choices, I'm sorry.
Why am I in a video game? That's an infringement of my right to privacy.
True, you're right.
A nasty, trashy pig shit like you doesn't have any privacy rights. Ah, a nasty, trashy pig shit. I feel like I heard that in the game too.
I like hearing Chiaki say that. She's right, the one who said that was Girl B. I remember this one.
I see!
Girl B
I like how
was short and
Hajime's
foul-mouthed.
Hoge is
She's
like
probably Hyoko.
reacting.
Short and foul-mouthed? That's like the complete opposite of me.
Yes, you are tall and demure, Saionji.
Anyway, let's move on. Next is Girl C.
Alright, Girl C, I put as Ibuki. Her personality was super unique, so yeah, that's Ibuki.
I see!
Girl C is Ibuki.
Girl, see? Then I'll see you next Tuesday.
Oh my god. Ibuki just gets better and better. I am shocked. I am very surprised to hear that come from Ibuki. I mean, not from Ibuki specifically, but like from this game, Chiaki has no idea what's going
Let's
on.
move on to Girl D.
Girl D is Mahiru, obviously.
See,
Is that a
Girl
reference?
D
That
is
is,
The victim in this case.
so I don't know, it's a meme, I guess, in a way. Not in like the internet sense of meme, but in the sense of like a cultural thing that, you know, passes around from person to person. Yeah, the first 4 letters of "See you next Tuesday" are a way of referring to somebody without like really being obvious about it.
yeah, that's correct. Let's skip Girl E and talk about Guy F.
He's Guy F. Monokuma. Ibuki.
Aren't you Guy F, Fuyuhiko?
I was in a game? That's fucking stupid. That reminds me. Wasn't there another person whose last name was also Kuzuryu? Another person? It was one of the names on the staff roll. The names were Sumiki, Koizumi, Sayonji, Miyoda, Sato, Kuzuryu, and then another Kuzuryu.
Hold on. Why do you keep saying there were 2 Kuzuryus?
It's not like I'm wrong. That's how it's written on the staff roll. Since you beat the game, you probably know what this actually means, right?
The reason Fuyuhiko's last name Kuzuryu appears twice. It's true, I have a hunch, but to call me out like that, Nagito, you're definitely someone I shouldn't mess with. Tell them, Hajime. The reason Fuyuhiko's last name Kuzuryu appears twice, it's probably because he had a little sister. It's just a bug. I like the, he had a double roll.
I can prove it with this. In the game, Guy F, Kuzuryu, mentions that he has a little sister.
What do you mean, little sister?
This is what Guy F said in the game.
That bitch. What the hell did she do to my little
It's
sister?
pretty
Wow, that was
clear.
short.
There's no doubt that Guy F had a little sister. Plus, the sister actually appeared in the game. That's why the name Kuzuryu appeared twice.
By the way, what role did Guy F's little sister, the other Kuzuryu, play? You probably noticed, right?
I don't really want to say it myself, but I need to move the conversation forward. Yeah, I'm really curious how Fuyuhiko's gonna react in this.
I see!
The dead high school girl who was the first victim in the game is the only person I can think of.
That bitch, Girl E, was it? What the hell did she do to my little sister?
Based on Guy F's tone in the game, it's clear that Girl E is not his little sister. So if the only person left is the dead high school girl, then she must be Fuyuhiko's
Are those tennis
sister.
balls?
Why do you sound so fucking happy? That's a winning personality you've got there. Winning personality? Are you praising me? I was being sarcastic, dumbass.
Hey, you said the game is a work of non-fiction. That means Fuyuhiko's little sister is...
Yeah, I have a little sister. Something wrong with that? It's just a fucking game. Don't go mixing up some video game with reality. It's not just a game. It's definitely based on true events. That's why it's the motive. Don't go making shit up, bastard! If she was the type to die easy, I'd have fucking killed her myself a long time ago. I mean, when I first entered Hope's Peak Academy, she was mouthing off to me as usual and sent me off. It happened just the other day.
About that, you're probably thinking like that because you've lost your memories.
Shut the fuck up! You be quiet! I see. So you're never gonna accept that that game is based on true events, huh?
I love the shaking
Okay,
Monami in the
I
background.
understand your attitude toward this class trial now.
Nagito, you seem to be doubting Fuyuhiko a lot. Do you suspect he's the killer?
A mystery that easy would make me feel sad. It wouldn't be good enough to serve as everyone's stepping stone. That's why I'd be much happier if Fuyuhiko wasn't the killer.
Okay, you're starting to act weird again.
Soda, put your tongue away.
Now we've established who all the characters in the game are.
Girl A is Mikan. Girl B is Hiyoko. Girl C is Ibuki. Girl D is Mahiru. Guy F is Fuyuhiko. And the first victim in the game, that dead high school girl, is Fuyuhiko's little sister.
That's just a story in a fucking game.
If so, then Girl E is Miss Sato.
Could it be? The same Miss Sato who likes white rice?
I don't know what Sato you're talking about, but I don't think she's relevant to this case.
I assume that's a cultural reference that I am just not picking up on. Can anybody clear that line up for me? I am not quite sure where that came from.
Maybe it's related to Gundam's last name, since they're both really plain names.
What the heck is that wild connection?
Naka may be an ordinary family name, but it's far better than Sato or Suzuki.
He also has a strange rivalry going on.
Hey, no one cares about that. Hurry up and talk about the mystery of the game.
Huh? What do you mean, mystery of the game?
My, you don't know. I heard that Girl E got killed.
What? No way! Is that true?
Getting killed is so violent, don't you know?
My, such awful times we live in. Why did this happen?
Man, Monami is just so weird for me. Like, what
definitely
is she
friends.
up to in this game?
So the mystery of the game is the murder of Girl E, correct?
Then let's hurry up and solve it. Let's first figure out why Girl E was killed.
I feel like it's not really much of a mystery.
I see.
The reason Girl E was killed is because
Like,
she killed the
The
first
game makes
victim
it
of the
pretty explicit.
Which means Girl E was killed as revenge for the dead high school girl.
I love the scared
What do
Ibuki
you
face.
think, Fuyuhiko?
It's so extra.
Apparently Girl E was killed to avenge your little sister. You're fucking persistent. I don't care what that game said at all. But... Is that true? Girl E, she killed the first victim? In order to make that clear, we need to know more about the case involving the first victim's murder.
It's the murder that occurred in the music room. I knew it would come up, so I prepared in advance. Look, I made a map of the music room's surroundings, which was the stage of the first case.
I'm surprised you went to all this trouble.
Mapping is second nature to retro game fans.
True. Based Chiaki.
Classic dungeon crawler RPGs have a first-person point of view, so mapping as you play is a basic.
Based Chiaki, dude. She's
We
great.
get it! Let's talk about that later so we can focus on the case.
Then, I'll start explaining. Girl A, Girl B, Girl C, and Girl D were at the entrance hall when they heard the sound of glass breaking. Immediately, they climbed the stairs to the second floor and headed to where they heard that sound. Girl E was in front of the music room on the second floor, and she confirmed that the sound came from in there. But the door to the music room was locked. So Girl D went to get the key from the office, and when the 5 of them were finally able to go inside, they found the victim's body, dead from a blow to the head. Because the music room's window was broken, the girls thought the killer escaped through there. The sound of breaking glass that they heard at the entrance hall seemed to confirm that. Plus, Girl E's school swimsuit was stolen, so they concluded that the escaped killer was some pervert. How does that sound?
Yep, an understandable explanation. Just as expected from the ultimate gamer who excels at clearing games.
Shut up, Nagito.
It wasn't a pervert, right? Wasn't the real killer Girl E?
Obviously. Girl E was waiting outside the music room for the other girls after she killed the first victim.
Did she lock the music room from the outside? Then she would have totally needed the key from the office.
Which means Girl E was hiding that key. We can assume she used it to lock the music room after she left it.
But Girl D was the one who went to the office to get the key to the music room, right?
By the way, since it was never mentioned in the game, we can exclude the possibility of there being a spare key.
You can lock the music
Valid.
room from the inside, right? So from there, Girl E broke the window and escaped. And sprinted to the front of the music room as fast as she could before the others arrived.
She would have passed by the entrance hall where the other girls were waiting if she tried to do that.
You know,
Forget this!
I got a comment on how Chiaki's voice actress is like very plain. I don't want to say flat because that sounds like a negative, but like I really like her vocal performance. She's just very, very smooth.
It's not cute to see an old guy sulk.
Hey, is Girl E really the killer? We haven't reached an answer yet.
Based on the details of the game, it's no mistake that Girl E, who was waiting in the hallway, is the killer. Then, what did Girl E do after killing the girl inside the music room? I guess I need to clear that up first. Alright, here we go. Stolen school swimsuit entrance hall photo, broken vase photo, victim's crime scene photo, and Girl
After she killed the first
E's
victim in the
crime
music
scene
room.
photo.
What
I'm
did Girl E do?
assuming the broken vase photo is where I'm gonna go with this.
She just broke the window in the music room and escaped outside.
So how did Girl E get from outside the school to the front of the music room?
To go back to the music room from outside, you need to go through the entrance hall.
That's true.
Plus, at the entrance hall, the other 4 girls should have been there.
That's also
At the
true.
entrance hall, the girls heard the sound of the window shattering.
There it is.
How was she able to get past those 4 and wait in front of the music room?
She probably used a hidden passageway.
Okay, I'm glad we're doing
Twilight's
this.
hidden passageway is the world's best.
I'm really happy that we're mixing the contradictory
killed the first
and
victim in the
the
music room.
agreeing
What
prompts.
did Girl E do?
I'm looking forward
She
to
just
that
broke the
happening
window
more
and
later.
escaped out.
So how did Girlie to the front of the mute? To go back to them, you need to go through. Plus, at the other 4 girls.
At the entrance hall, the girls heard the sound of the window shattering.
No, that's wrong. First of all, the sound the girls heard wasn't the window breaking.
If it wasn't the window, then what broke to make that sound?
A vase.
Vase? How low can you go?
After the murder, a broken vase was discovered in the classroom next to the music room.
So the sound of breaking glass that the 4 girls heard wasn't the music room's window. It was the sound of the vase breaking.
So far, we're mostly just covering stuff that we already
murder
know.
was
Nothing
nearly
crazy
finished
new
by the
yet.
time the 4 girls met in the entrance hall. Girl E killed the victim in the music room, broke the window, and went to the office to get the key. With that key, she locked the music room from the hallway, returned the key to the office, and went back to wait in front of the music room.
Man, I swear if Ibuki doesn't make it to
All
the end
she
of the
had
game,
to
I
do
will
was
find
break
whoever
the
wrote
vase in
DR2
the
and hunt
next
them
door
down.
classroom
Ibuki's gonna
as
be
the
the
4 girls
mastermind.
met
She's
by the
making it to the
entrance
end of the
hall.
game, don't worry.
To
I
make
trust.
them think the murder had just occurred and that the killer had just escaped.
So, when the 4 of them ran over after they heard the sound, Girl E acted like she had just rushed over too.
I see. Now the mystery has been solved.
I thought
Wait
Byakuya
a
was the
minute.
mastermind.
The
There's 2
mystery hasn't
masterminds,
been
Manami and
solved yet.
Monokuma. Boom,
You
done.
haven't determined what the murder weapon was yet.
Murder weapon?
Who cares about the murder weapon? We found out who the killer was.
Not cool. I went to all the trouble of making this death march, so you gotta stick with it to the end.
What the heck? You're
Sore
so
loser
annoying.
Monokuma, huh?
Fine, let's figure out the weapon. If this keeps up, I'm gonna feel like I need to shit.
Oh,
Which means I'll
Nekomaru.
feel disgusting.
You're the disgusting one.
The weapon is pretty unconventional. The answer was revealed in the game, though. Now then, will you guys be able to figure it out?
An unconventional weapon that also appeared in the game. If we're told we can't advance as long as we don't make that clear, then I have to do it. I'll do it. So as I recall, she was choked, right? What do you think the weapon is? I have no idea. Was I out of line just now? Now then, there's something I need to tell you regarding the white noise in the non-stop debates. Some lines of white noise are actually very durable, so you won't always destroy them in one shot. Durable white noise will chip away every time you shoot them with the silencer, but unless you completely destroy them, your time limit will not be replenished. By the way, if your difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all, yada yada. I've heard there's a guy named Gun something. Apparently he has a skill that can increase the power of the silencer. Aha, so if you become friends with Gundam, then you can get a stronger silencer thing. Gun something. I wonder who it is. Was I out of line just now? Well then, good luck and have fun. Alright. So I'm guessing Broken Fish Tank is what we're gonna mostly be using here.
A weapon inside the music room, huh?
What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
Oh, that's
on
right.
that
No, she
big a
choked her and
scale,
knocked her
too?
unconscious, and then she killed her afterwards.
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had blood stains.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it?
She beat her to death with her fists!
You're seriously stupid. Rude.
A weapon inside the music room, huh?
Now, this one's tough, actually.
What about broken glass?
Broken vase, no.
Isn't the
Stolen school
cause of death
swimsuit,
a
I
blow
don't
to
think
the
so. Killer's escape route, no.
Then
So
she
either the
attacked her
fish
with the
tank or the
fish tank.
victim's crime scene photo.
That's
Let
too
me
big.
review the victim's crime scene photo real quick. Okay, so victim's crime scene photo I think is what I'm gonna end up using.
Then the piano.
We're not saying that she was made to bludgeon herself
Why
to
are
death,
you
are
going
we?
even
Quite
bigger?
literally the world's worst stop hitting yourself?
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
I don't think that's it.
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had blood stains.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it?
She beat her to death with her fists!
This is a tough one.
A weapon inside the music room, huh?
What about broken glass?
She was,
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
yeah, the broken glass we
Then
can't
she
really do
attacked
anything
her
with.
the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
It's really got to be one of these things at the end here.
Bigger?
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had bloodstains.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it?
Unless we're saying that, like, the
She
weapon
beat
was
her to death
wrapped
with her
in the stolen
fist.
school swimsuit that was never recovered. It's either that or I'm agreeing with
inside the
the
music
with her
room, huh?
fists thing.
What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
I'm
That's
gonna
too big to be
trust
a
my
weapon.
gut on this one,
Then the piano.
which is probably wrong.
The investigation.
It's on that big a...
How about beating her with...
If it's a weapon that was used to... It should have had bloodstains.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it? She beat her to death with her fists!
Whoops. Okay, no, that was wrong. Hajime agrees with me, just as I thought. She beat her to death with her fists. Wait, how? Can you even kill someone with just your fists? Okay, I am glad. I just learned something very important. I am glad that there is unique dialogue for getting it wrong. And I am very glad that I got this out of Ibuki specifically. But also, yes, Ibuki, you moron, you can kill someone with your fists. Very common, like, misconception is you can, like, punch someone on the head and knock them out cold. And that's just a quick recipe for, like, you know, putting someone to sleep for a few minutes. No, that, like, one punch to the side of someone's head can just flat out kill them. Not to mention that, like, the fall and then, like, you know, hitting their head on the ground can kill them, or it can, like, mess with their neck or whatever. Like, yes, you can absolutely kill someone with just your fists.
Damn it!
A weapon inside the music room, huh?
Okay,
What about broken
this
glass?
isn't
The cause
right,
of death, then she
right?
attacked her with...
That's too big to...
Then the piano.
Why are you going...
The investigation.
It's on that big a...
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that
I don't
was
think
used
you
to
could
beat
beat
them
her
to death,
with gravel.
it should have had bloodstains.
Nope, that's not it. Looks like you've never beaten someone before. If you split someone's head in half, surprising amount of blood shoots out, you know? So if you're gonna argue, use better reasoning than that. Maybe I should split your fucking head open.
Damn it!
Okay, so that wasn't right.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
The killer's escape route? I don't think that... Broken fish tank. I guess okay, I think I see it. Oh, I think that's it. Okay. Broken fish tank
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
is gonna be how we contradict the
big to-
bloodstains thing.
Why are you going...
The
Got it, I
It's on
think.
that big a scale...
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had bloodstains.
No? Really? Oh. Okay.
A weapon inside the music room, huh?
Well, I think I'm in trouble.
What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked her...
That's too big to...
Then the piano.
Wow. All right. My first failure state. It's no use. I can't go on any longer. I don't have any other options. Everyone doubts me? It appears the trial has come to an end. Now then, it's time to vote. Well, I can totally imagine who the blackened will be. Event failing, wow. By majority vote, the one who has been chosen as the blackened is Hajime Hinata.
This is our end?
Would you like to retry? Yes, I
never give
would.
up.
I like this, though. I like that I'm stumped. I like that it's really making me think, and it's not just something, like, super easy that I can just be like, oh, this is what it is. I am surprised, though. I thought I was
Weapon
onto
inside the
something a
music
couple
room,
times
huh?
there.
What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
That feels very
Then she
punishing.
attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Yeah, attacked her with the fish tank? I mean, the
Then the
broken
piano.
fish tank, I guess, is an option. I can agree with it.
Why are you going even bigger?
Nekomaru saying that it's too big is
Investigation conducts universal chaos.
giving me second thoughts,
It's on
though.
that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had bloodstains.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it?
She beat her to death with her fists!
Unless we're saying maybe the weapon that had
Weapon
bloodstains
inside the
on
music
it was
room, huh?
thrown out the window, and that's the killer's
about
escape
broken
route?
glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
I'm gonna go with the broken fish tank thing
Think
just to
you
try
touched her
it,
with
but
the
I am
fish
not
tank.
confident.
That's too big to be a
God
weapon.
dang it. Okay, well, let's
Then the
switch
piano.
gears.
Why are you going even
Having to do
bigger?
multiple clicks with the silencer, I think, is good as well. I
Investigation
like the
conducts
mechanical
universal
changes we've
chaos.
made to the,
It's on that big
whatever
a
this-
scale too?
minigame is called.
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had bloodstains.
Okay, yeah, that wasn't it.
A weapon inside the music room, huh?
Okay, so I'm gonna have to clear the white
What about broken
noise.
glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head? Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
Nope.
Damn it!
A weapon inside the music room, huh?
Oh, this
What
is
about
hard.
broken glass?
Victim's crime scene
Isn't
photo.
the cause of death a blow to the
Doesn't
head?
have broken glass. I don't think that helps.
Think you
Broken
talked her with
vase
the fish
photo.
tank.
That's too big to be a
Is there
weapon.
blood on the broken vase? No. I don't think the swimsuit is my answer here. Is Ibuki right? Did we
piano.
kill her with gravel?
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
Nope. Hajime agrees with me. It's just as I thought. She beat her to death with gravel. Wait, isn't gravel too small?
Damn it!
Yeah, I didn't think that was gonna be right, but
A
like,
weapon inside the music
this is
room,
gonna
huh?
require some very
What about broken glass?
circular thinking, I think.
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head? Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had bloodstains.
I can't remember if I tried that already.
Damn it!
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of
Did I
death
already
a
try
blow to
broken
the
fish
head?
tank on the had
Then
blood
she attacked her with
stains?
the fish tank.
Because like, there's water on the
That's too
fish
big
tank,
to
and
be
so
a
you could
weapon.
wash away whatever the blood was on the murder
Then the
weapon,
piano.
in theory.
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation.
It's on that big a s-
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had bloodstains.
No, okay, I may have already tried that.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
It wasn't broken glass. I'm not gonna try to agree with
Isn't
this.
the cause of death a blow to the head? Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even...
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that
I'm so
big a
confused.
scale too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had bloodstains.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it?
She beat her to death with her fists!
A weapon inside the music room, huh?
Am I just gonna
What
agree
about
with Soda
broken
here?
glass?
Nope.
Damn it!
It's gotta be.
Weapon inside the music. What
I'm
about
missing
broken glass?
something on
Isn't the cause of
contradicting
death a
had
blood of the thing she
bloodstains,
attacked her with the fish tank?
right?
It's too big to be a
That's
weapon.
gotta be what it
Then the
is.
piano.
The broken vase?
Why are you going even?
The investigation.
Well, it's not like I'm making it there this time. Wow, guys, this one's tripping me up. Yes, I do not want any hints unless explicitly asked for. The most stumped I think we've ever seen Vent in Danganronpa. Yes, I was not expecting this on the second case. And I am very pleased, to be honest.
Give up.
It's gonna be your birthday tomorrow. Oh, happy upcoming birthday, Goomba. Did I see some Poppy saying that he's out for tonight? Alright, well, hopefully you'll be able to catch it on the VOD. I'm working on getting the VODs on YouTube up to date. The broken vase?
A weapon inside the music. What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death? Then she attacked her.
That's too big to be.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even?
The investigation.
It's on that biggest.
How about beating her with
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had blood stains.
No, that's not it. I am just baffled.
A weapon inside
I think
the
I've
music
tried
room,
everything that I can contradict that with.
Huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a
Oh,
blow
damn
to
it.
the head?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
This line just doesn't make
If
sense.
it's
I
a
can't
weapon
agree
that was
with
used
that.
to beat them to death, it should have had blood stains.
Okay, I can't remember what I have and haven't already tried.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
I think I've tried everything on contradicting that, which means I have to agree with someone
Then the
else.
piano.
Why are you going even?
The investigation.
It's on that biggest.
How about beating her with...
Was
If
he
it's a weapon
Buki?
that was, it should have had blood stains.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it? She beat her to death with her fists!
Okay, I'm gonna try the
weapon
escape
inside the
route
music room,
on
huh?
beat her to death with her
What about broken
fists.
glass?
Isn't the cause of death? Then she attacked her with...
That's too
Oh,
big
actually,
to-
maybe
Then the
ki-
piano.
no.
Why are you going even?
The investigation.
It's on that biggest.
How about beating her
Man,
with...
I
If
don't
it's a
know.
weapon that was used, it should have had blood stains.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it? She beat her to death with her fists!
Nope. Oh man, I'm stumped. The reaction when you eventually get it will be legendary, especially when you immortalize it on YouTube. Nah, that's it. This whole VOD, the entire YouTube video from here on out is me just failing to get this. So, hello YouTube.
A weapon inside the music room, huh?
It appeared in the game.
What about broken glass?
Broken vase? No.
A weapon inside the... What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
I already tried this, and that
That's
doesn't
too
work.
big to be.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even?
The investigation conducts universal.
It's on that biggest.
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had blood stains.
I just feel like this is it, but I think I've contradicted it with everything, and I failed on all of them.
She beat her to death with her fists!
What am I missing? What am I
A
missing?
weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Nope. I was thinking maybe we're saying, like, bashed her head in to the
weapon inside
window?
the music
That's
room,
not it.
huh? What about broken glass?
I've got 10 seconds, so, like, I may as well just try here and see what happens.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass? A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Yep. Alright. I am very confused now. I must be just... I really wonder if I'm just missing one on the contradiction.
We'll never give up.
What are my truth bullets? My truth bullets are broken fish tank, gravel and water were scattered everywhere, the killer's escape route, normally you can't leave the music room without passing through the entrance hall, the stolen swimsuit, she apparently had her swimsuit stolen, the vase was broken in the classroom next to the music room. I don't think the vase is it, and the crime scene photo. Is there a way for me to enlarge this image to like look in greater detail? Personally, I'm just having PTSD here. Okay, I'm glad to know that that it's not just me. I get. Alright, I'm going back to Ibuki, I think, because that's the only other thing that makes sense, is she beat her to death with her fists.
A weapon inside the music room, huh?
What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death then she attacked her with...
That's too big to...
Then the piano.
Why are you going...
The investigation.
It's on that biggest...
How about beating her with...
If it's a weapon that was... It should have had blood stain.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it?
Dealing with the
beat her
white
to death with
noise
her
here is
fist.
obnoxious. So it's not the crime scene photo, because that was the first thing I tried.
A weapon inside
She
the
beat her
music
to death
room,
with
huh?
her fists.
What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death then she attacked her with...
That's too big to...
Then the piano.
I'm so curious
you
where
going
this is gonna go when I finally get it
It's on
right.
that biggest...
How about beating
If
her
only
with...
we had
If it's a weapon
Gundam
that
skill
was used,
already, I
it should have
agree.
had...
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it? She beat her to death with her fists!
That's not it.
A weapon inside the music room, huh?
What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death then she attacked her...
That's too big to...
I really didn't
piano.
expect to be
Why are
stuck
you
here on
going
this
to
for so long.
It's on that biggest...
How about beating her with...
If it's a weapon that was... It should have had...
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it? She beat her to death with her fists!
Yeah, that didn't work. No, oh, that did work, okay. So it wasn't the fists,
A
I
weapon
guess.
inside the music room, huh?
By the
about broken
friggin'
glass?
Isn't
swimsuit.
the cause of death then she attacked her...
That's too big to...
Then the piano.
Why are you going...
The investigation.
It's on that biggest...
How about beating her with...
If it's a weapon that was... It should have had blood...
I don't
there a
think the
weapon with
swimsuit's right, but
bloodstains on it? She beat her to death with her fists!
yeah, that's not it, obviously. What am I missing?
Weapon inside the
What
music
is
room, huh?
happening?
What about broken glass?
What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow
I
to the
don't think
head?
that's it at all.
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big
I
to
already
be a
tried
weapon.
agreeing with that with the broken fish tank.
Then
I
the
guess I could try
piano.
agreeing with that with the crime scene photo.
Why are you going...
The investigation.
It's on that biggest...
How about beating her with gravel?
If it's a weapon that was used... It should have had...
Was there a weapon with... She beat her to death with her fists!
A weapon inside the... What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death then she attacked her with the fish tank?
That's too
Oh,
big
shoot.
to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going...
The
I might
investigation.
run
It's
out
on
of
that
time.
biggest-
How about beating her with...
If it's a weapon that was...
Yeah.
It should have had blood...
Was there a weapon with bloodstains?
What is happening here, man? I am so confused. Did she beat her to death with gravel? Did she fill gravel
We will never give up!
into the swimsuit? I'm gonna go with
Weapon
that,
inside the-
I
What about
guess.
broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death then she attacked her with...
That's too big to be...
Then the piano.
Why are you going...
The investigation.
It's on that biggest...
How about beating her with gravel instead?
I agree with that.
I hate this. I would never in a million years have reached that conclusion.
The killer must have used gravel to attack the victim.
Never in 1,000 million years would I have reached the conclusion that she took the frickin' swimsuit and stuffed it full of gravel and then swung it around like a sock filled with rocks and then killed her. Absolutely not. I don't feel bad about losing. Did anybody in this chat get that first try? Any single person? Is there any person in the Danganronpa fandom who thinks that that was an intuitive, logical answer?
goodness. I got it right. And I was just throwing things out there.
I totally will now.
Just as I thought! I'm chosen by the gods!
Yes, you are, Ibuki,
Chosen
and
at
never
all.
forget it.
And gravel is impossible. It's too small to be a weapon.
The best part is that this doesn't matter
What
for
if
this
the
case,
gravel was
correct?
Put inside some sort of bag.
Like, the gravel murder thing does not matter at all. This is the victim of the
weapon is
victim
something that
of our
appeared in the
victim, or
game,
something.
and so is the bag.
This is so completely off base
And
for
the
what
only
we
thing I
actually
can
are trying to
think of
solve
is the
here.
School swimsuit. If you tie the swimsuit like a bag and stuff it full of gravel, it'd make an effective weapon.
Gravel inside the swimsuit? Even the ace attorney would be astonished by such a fantastic idea!
But for the killer, it's an idea that kills two birds with one stone.
I reject this one. I
To
got
make
an A on
people
that.
think the killer is some pervert. It makes sense for a school swimsuit to be stolen. And if that swimsuit was used to make an improvised weapon, it'd have to be disposed of later.
How about it, Monokuma? Are you satisfied now?
This is your fault,
happiness
Monokuma.
You feel when the mystery you create is solved. Only producers know this feeling of ecstasy.
That's valid,
But
though.
the
I had
real
friends solve a
important
murder mystery that I
topic
wrote,
is
and it was
now.
very satisfying.
Girl E had someone who can be called an accomplice. That person was actually Girl D.
Girl D. You're talking about Mahiru, right?
Huh? Mahiru is the accomplice? What is this? What does that mean?
The piece of face that became an important clue in the music room murder. Girl D got rid of it.
And apparently the reason Girl E committed murder in the first place was to protect Girl D. Girl D was being harassed by the victim. Girl E found out and tried to stop it, and they ended up getting into an argument.
And she felt a rush of anger and ended up killing her.
But she should have had a clear murderous intent. I mean, she choked her out and then bludgeoned her to death.
She probably made her unconscious by accident. And from there, she couldn't go back. I somewhat understand that feeling.
What do you mean you understand that, Mikan?
That's pretty scary.
But Girl E was also killed by someone on the 4th day, or the game's last day. I might as well ask just in case. Who do you think killed Girl E?
Right now, the only person I can think of is that guy. Is Girl D that guy? I think he might be.
See? It should have been Guy F.
I will never forgive her.
A scenario where Guy F murders Girl E out of a burning, hellfire desire to avenge his murdered sister.
But
His
Guy
voice acting
F
is the best in this
what?
game.
It's just a story in a video game, isn't it? That's all you can say. If that game is telling the truth, it'd be a huge problem for you.
Hey, clear this up for me. Those of you who appeared as characters in the game, do you remember this incident?
That is, I'm terribly sorry, but
They don't remember. That's obvious. Because their school memories were like totally stolen.
even if I don't remember, I already know. It's obvious that guy is the killer.
I remember thinking about 15-ish minutes ago, before I got completely stumped by the stupid swimsuit, I remember thinking someone said something that indicated that they remembered something. It was either Mikan or Ibuki, I think. Maybe I just misinterpreted a line, but there was a line that I thought sounded weird and suspicious. Am I able to go back far enough to review? Oh no. Oh no. Okay, we're good, we're good. I don't know what the line was. There was something someone said somewhere that I was a little bit suspicious of. I made a mental note of it, but it wasn't sharp enough. I think I'm going too far back. Alright, nope. Alright, I don't know. We'll keep going.
No one would kill a nice person like Mahiru besides a piece of shit menace to society like Fuyuhiko! Girl E and Mahiru were killed by that guy!
You sure do talk a lot of shit. Well, I'm used to it by now.
But does Mahiru's murder have anything to do with that game? Perhaps the two are unrelated.
Ha, that's a funny detail. Oh my god, I never noticed that. I'll point it out the next time it shows up. What was the question? In actuality, there's an important shared point with Girl E and Mahiru's murder. The metal bat?
I can prove it with this. I'm not sure the two events are unrelated. At the very least, the killer has definitely played the game. As proof, Mahiru, who was killed in the beach house, and Girl E, who was killed in the game, were both killed by a blow to the head with a metal bat. There's no way we can ignore that connection.
Someone must have wanted to split her head open the exact same way they avenged the first victim.
And this is where I think Hiyoko
Hey, why don't you confess
staged
already? You're the one who killed
staged
Mahiru,
Mahiru's
right?
body to go straight through this
You better
exact
cut
line
that
of
out
reasoning.
Right now. There is no way a stupid game could be the motive.
You're dumb enough to believe that stupid game, and that's why you killed her as revenge!
If you keep making up your mind like that, we're just going to go around in circles. And
So
it's
right
true
there,
for you, Hiko
Teru
made
Teru's
suspicious.
X on his thing is a
Don't you
knife and
think
fork.
that'd be too obvious?
What are you...
I mean, there's a possibility that it's a trap set by the true killer.
I don't like that Peko Peko is the one leading the charge on
What
this.
do you mean?
My
The
killer
true
wouldn't do
killer
that.
Played that game, and most likely found out about the relationships between the characters. That person could be using that knowledge to try to set up Fuyuhiko.
Are you saying that a completely different killer murdered Mahiru and used the game motive as their cover?
Isn't that what happened, Hiyoko?
Huh?
Alright, now
Don't
she's
you
about to...
understand?
Yep, okay,
I'm
okay.
saying you might be the true
Okay,
killer.
nope, Peko could still be my killer.
What is this? Like, I can only laugh. What are you even saying, you nasty toilet-clogging bitch?
Low blow. Low blow with the toilet clogging thing. I am gonna probably stick with the footprints on the beach, though.
What are you saying, you four-eyed troll? Accusing me of killing Mahiru? You're so mean!
He's obviously faking it.
Hiyoko! Do you know where Hiyoko was today? She was at the beach house, the scene of the crime.
I can't contradict that.
Go to the beach house!
I can contradict that.
I was squishing Mr. Ants all day!
Alright, well, at least this one is easy.
What are you saying? Accusing me of...
I love
You
sped
don't.
up
You know where She
Sayonji.
was at the beach house. But I didn't go to the beach house! I was squishing
God
Mr.
damn it.
Ants all day! What are you saying? Accusing me of...
Why do you doubt? Do you know where Hiyoko was today? She was at the beach house, the scene of the crime.
Alright, here we go.
But I didn't go to the beach house!
Got it.
No, that's wrong! Wait a minute. You should have been at the beach house, Hiyoko.
Seriously, I told you I didn't!
So now we're finally gonna get to the point where I can start
These
answering some
footprints in the sand
questions.
in front of the beach house.
Why
Aren't
was
they
she at the
yours?
beach house and what does she know? What did she see?
I don't have such ugly footprints. They're probably Mikan's based on how ugly they are. Don't decide that based on ugliness.
Huh. They're not Hiyoko's footprints? That's strange. The footprint I collected from your room matches these footprints.
Nagito being a creep as per usual.
Collected? I never gave you permission to collect that, you nasty pedo!
Plus, the footprints left in the sand were facing away from the beach house. Which means, when the owner of these footprints went inside the beach house, they used a different entrance.
Correct.
A different entrance? Are you talking about the door facing the road that Mahiru's body was leaning against?
Are you saying when that person went inside the beach house, the body hadn't appeared yet?
The door was still accessible when they went in, and wasn't when they left.
Which means something happened in between those two events. Isn't that right, Hiyoko?
What up, Shadow?
remember
Shadow
now.
Destroyer?
I remember when I went to the beach
Been
house.
binging the VODs, good. I know that the
So
VODs
you
don't cover
finally
like my
decided
last
to
stream or two,
confess.
I'm pretty
but those
sure
should
you
be
guys
up to
already
date
know
in the
this,
next couple
but
of
going
days.
for walks in the morning is my daily routine.
Uh-huh, sure.
I've never heard of that daily routine before.
I still don't think
That's when I went to
Saionji
the
is the
beach house.
culprit here.
I went there on my morning walk.
I see. If you went there during your morning walk, that doesn't have anything to do with the case at all.
Oh, Akane, you idiot. You have VODs now? Yeah, Ziggy. I have just started committing to actually keeping things on YouTube. So my first, 4 or 5 streams is there. The Elden Ring DLC isn't. I decided to start doing it with Danganronpa 2. Yeah, I've lost most of Elden Ring, unfortunately. Just means I'll have to do Elden Ring again in the future. Oh, darn.
Don't believe her so easily, dumbass. She's obviously lying.
Huh? It's a lie?
People who call other people liars are usually liars themselves. If you say I'm lying, prove it. Can you even prove that I'm lying? There's no way a bunch of worthless idiots like you guys would be able to do that.
I don't know that I have direct proof that she's lying. Oh yeah, I forgot about the letter. Never mind. Yeah, I've got direct proof that she's lying.
I did go to the beach house, but only during my morning walk. I didn't
Truly
go
healthy.
any other time.
Then you didn't meet up with Mahiru at the beach house?
Obviously not. Saying I met up with her when I never even saw her? Is this a panel of idiots?
Okay, so I think that
I did go to
the very
beach
first
house,
one is the one I'm gonna contradict.
but only during my morning walk.
Yeah.
That's wrong.
After the sheer buffoonery that was
During your morning walk,
the
huh?
swimsuit, I'm glad they're
Will you
throwing
still
some
claim
easy
that after
ones
you take a look
at my
this
way.
letter?
I was going to tell you in person, but I couldn't find you, so I put this in your mailbox. About what we discussed earlier, is it okay if we change the place and time? I want you to come to the beach house on the second island at 2:30 p.m. It seems there's someone who wants to interfere with our meeting. Let's keep it a secret. Until then, let's try not to see each other for a while. It'd be bad if they started suspecting us for no reason. Hiyoko Saionji.
That letter! It's the one Mahiru had, right?
I see. So Hiyoko was able to arrange a meeting with Mahiru by exchanging letters with her.
What is that letter? I'm serious, I don't know.
Oh, snap! I remember now. I totally saw you.
Huh?
Me and Hajime met up at the diner around 3 p.m. to go to the beach. I saw you about 30 minutes later, so it should have been around 3:30 p.m.
See. So if she met Mahiru at 2:30 p.m., killed her, then ran away afterward.
We're just gonna
I
edit
think
my timeline a little bit.
3:30 p.m. is a reasonable time for you to have witnessed Hiyoko.
You're wrong!
Here's
You're
Peko
totally
trying to
wrong.
cast suspicion somewhere.
You also passed by the diner Fuyuhiko, so you should have seen Hiyoko too, right?
No, I didn't. It's just a coincidence that I passed by the diner. I wasn't even paying attention to the beach house. I went straight back to my cottage after I saw you guys. I didn't see anyone during that time.
For some reason, that sounds suspicious too.
It's the truth. Deal with it.
Just leave him alone. It'd be a waste of time to question him any further. Anyway, that letter in Kazuichi's testimony says it all. You were meeting up with Mahiru at the beach house.
Seriously, I don't know. I didn't even write that letter. I'm telling the truth. I really don't know.
Is she really crying?
Do I believe that she didn't write the letter? I've gone back and forth on that.
We can assume she summoned Mahiru with the intention of...
Because my very first thought as soon as I found the letter was that it was fake.
That's why she wrote a letter to let her know where to meet.
But then my
so
thought
the
was,
others
if
wouldn't find out.
it was fake, if Saionji wasn't the person who wrote that, then how would she have known to go to the beach house and to find Mahiru's body in the first place?
And then you went ahead to the beach house, hid yourself in a specific place, and waited for Mahiru.
Alright, yeah. Peko. Oh, it's Peko. It's 100% Peko. Now she's gonna bring up the gummy bear that she planted there.
There's evidence for that too.
Yep. Peko, I don't think was there when we found the gummy bear, from what I recall.
Here!
The place where Hiyoko was hiding. Are you talking about the closet?
Yes, that's right. The gummy candy we found on the floor is the evidence. Hiyoko, your favorite candy is gummies.
By the way, Fuyuko's sister didn't have a name when the game came out, but was given one later. Oh yeah, sure. If that's just one of those like out-of-game trivias and it doesn't make any difference, then yeah.
I have captured the true character of this mystery. Hiyoko, who summoned Mahiru to the beach house, hid inside the closet like a familiar. When she saw her chance, she attacked her like an evil spirit and left the beach house like a swift wind.
Good thinking, Gundam, but not quite.
Calculated that Mahiru's body would be blocking the door at that time. Because of that, she was only able to leave from the beachside door and ended up leaving her footprints.
Natsumi. I have a neighbor named
We
Natsumi.
have presented the proof. My 4 dark devas of destruction didn't even need to come out.
It's a trap. This is obviously someone's trap.
Who's someone? Whose trap is it?
Pekos. Pekos. Peko.
You know, the one with the mask, maybe? The one with the mask? There was a suspicious mask at the beach house, right? Whoever was wearing that could be the real killer.
You're the one who wore that mask and killed Mahiru, right?
Oh, Akane.
There's no way I'd wear such a childish mask. Is your brain fried or something?
That is
I do think
right.
her voice
It
acting
cannot
is
be
good.
Hyoko. That mask belongs to Sparkling Justice.
Huh? Sparkling what now?
That mask says it all. Sparkling Justice is hiding on this
I
island.
really hope this
Which
isn't
means
correct.
The legendary serial killer
I would be a
Sparkling
little bit
Justice is the
sad
one
if
who
we
killed
do
Mahiru.
2 games in a row of revealing the serial killer alter ego of one of the characters in Chapter 2. Like, I'm hoping that this is a fake out.
Why, you? If you continue to say such foolish things, I shall tear you limb from limb.
Don't blame Miss Sonia. It's just a difference between cultures. Culture shock, you know?
Yoko, why don't you just admit it already? You're being unreasonably stubborn.
It's all in your head. Oh, why can't you understand? I'm not the killer.
Hyoko's, of course, it's Kira Buckland. Can you tell me who Kira Buckland has voiced? I don't think I recognize the name. It's true that Hiyoko is suspicious, but there's something strange. Something doesn't make sense. I can't help but feel like we're being directed by someone. Yeah, video games typically will be a better avenue for me knowing a voice actor. Because most anime I choose to watch sub instead of dub.
This mystery's conclusion. Hiyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru!
I'm telling you, it's a trap!
There's no doubt. You went to the beach house, right?
That is...
And weren't you also hiding in the closet? So that's when you dropped the gummy!
So that's our contradiction.
You waited for your chance to kill Mahiru. And afterward, you fled from the beach house.
At the time, the door facing the road was blocked by the body. So you were forced to flee from the beachside entrance.
And that's how you left your footprints!
Yeah, people really are missing, like, a huge chunk of this, which is who were the 3 people who discovered the body. If we start asking that question, then that really changes the discourse.
Hiyoko is the...
There's no doubt. You went to the beach house, right?
That is...
And weren't you also hiding in the closet? So that's when you dropped the...
No, that's wrong! About that gummy, did Hiyoko really
Oh, 2B? Okay, yep, there we go. Yes, I played Nier Automata. I genuinely think Nier Automata is a fantastic work of art. I think Nier Automata as a video game is kind of not good. Like, the actual moment-to-moment gameplay and the mechanics of it, I didn't think were excellent. I liked the, you know, top-down and the side-scrolling shooting sections and stuff, but the actual, like, RPG, third-person action game, I thought was mediocre. But I didn't really care about that because the actual experience of playing through the story and getting to the climax of the game, which I won't spoil for anybody, but just really absolutely definitive storytelling moment for me. The credit sequence itself had me in tears, and that is substantial, dude. That's crazy. She also voiced English dub Jolene. Let's go.
The only one childish enough to eat gummies is that midget over there.
Okay, I
You're
object.
a midget too, you know. You're the one who worries about never getting taller.
It's true Hiyoko likes to eat gummies, but she only eats a specific brand.
The brand of gummies you eat only have strawberry, melon, grape, and orange flavors, right?
Huh? But what about the lemon flavor? The gummy at the crime scene is yellow, so it obviously looked like it was lemon flavored.
Lemon is an S tier flavor, by the
gummy
way.
is yellow? Then it's not mine! The ones I eat don't have any yellow gummies!
Or pineapple, yeah, but pineapple is like C tier at best.
That's right.
Oh, Goomba.
None of the gummy bags in
Oh,
the
sorry,
cottage
friend.
had any yellow ones.
Then we
Well,
can't
it's been
assume
nice knowing you,
Hiyoko is
Goomba,
the
but I
one who
have to
dropped
ban
that
you
yellow
now.
Gummy. See? Didn't I tell you? It's definitely a trap! Damn it! Who would set a trap like this? I'll get my revenge! I'm gonna bop you on the head with all my might!
Hold on, you little bitch! You think you're in the clear just because of a little gummy? Don't be stupid! I'm not done backing you into a corner yet!
Alright. I'm not sure where this is gonna go.
We're not done with Hiyoko yet! There's still a huge piece of evidence left!
You're talking about the footprints near the beach house, right?
It's true, that's an important piece of evidence. And we can thank Mahiru for it!
What does that mean?
Ah, okay, yep.
Mahiru used her last ounce of strength and blocked the door to the road. Thanks to her, we have the evidence we need.
That's wrong! I left those footprints during my morning walk!
Alright. Pretty clear answer here.
We're not done with Hiyoko! There's still a huge piece of evidence!
You're talking about the footprints near the beach house, right?
It's true, that's an important piece of evidence. And we can thank Mahiru for it!
What does that mean? Mahiru used her last ounce of strength and...
Come on.
No, that's wrong!
Alright, that wasn't too hard.
Mahiru didn't block the door. Her death was instant.
Instant death?
According to my autopsy, yes.
Man, if I'm
There's no
anybody
doubt
who
that
is at
Mahiru
all
died
predisposed to killing on this island, Mikan is 100%
shit
my
up.
next victim.
I'll fucking kill you!
I'm sorry.
Like, man,
Ryuhiko,
Mikan is
you
just
cannot
throwing
do
wrenches
that.
in every
Only
single
a
one of these
coward
murders.
threatens women.
I'm pretty sure her death was instant, too. I mean, her injury was only a single blow. That's why Mahiru isn't the one who blocked the door. Someone else used her body to block it.
Someone else?
And that
The
was
killer,
Sayonji.
Of course. They're
No,
the one
no,
who blocked the
Hajime.
door with Mahiru's body.
Wrong. You are wrong.
That's why there were bloody drag marks left on the floor.
But why did the killer block the door?
Just ask Kyoko. She's the killer after all.
Seriously, that's not true! Let's assume Hiyoko is the killer. Wouldn't that mean she's also the one who dragged the body? If she handled the body that bloody, I think her clothes or skin would have been stained with blood.
Huh? But when I saw her, she was...
Well, okay, maybe she isn't the one who moved it. If she isn't the one who moved it, then
See? I told you I wasn't the killer!
my timeline of events kind of goes out the window.
Innocence has been proven!
I won't let you look down on me!
Okay, is this where I have to do the slashy game? Yes,
We
it
haven't
is.
decided
No!
that yet.
Damn it!
Hey, Fuyuhiko. Why do you keep insisting that Hyoko is the killer?
Shut up! I'm telling you, she's the killer! That little bitch is definitely the killer!
Do you like dark chocolate? All chocolate is good, but personally, I like milk chocolate better. I don't know what I'm gonna use to refute here.
If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hiyoko is the only killer I can think of.
Hiko is stubbornly insisting Hiyoko is the killer. If I don't counter all of his words, I'll be pushed back.
Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hiyoko is the only killer I can think of.
I don't understand.
If Mahiru didn't block the... then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hiyoko is the only killer I can think of.
I don't understand this minigame.
If Mahiru didn't block, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her. Hiyoko is
Oh,
the
I only get a
killer I can think of.
okay. Okay, got it. Okay, I didn't see that I get a
Mahiru
limited
didn't
number
block,
of
then
cuts.
Hiyoko did
Like I
it.
just wasted
She
one there.
killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her. Hiyoko is the only killer I can think of.
There we go. Okay, I understand
If
now.
Hyoko moved the body, then she should be covered in blood.
So what, dumbass? There's a shower room inside after she moved the body. She just washed it off in the shower. The fact that Hiyoko was at the beach house can be proven. Did you get all that, you bastard?
Okay.
So what, dumbass? There's a shower room inside the beach. After she moved the body, she just washed it off in the shower.
There we
Allow
go.
me to cut through
Okay.
those words.
That minigame is not very intuitive. Just the way it feels.
Washing it off in the shower is impossible, because the shower in the beach house was out of order.
Out of order?
So once again, I'm
terribly
coming back to
sorry.
Peko
I
Peko.
haven't
She
had
shows up
any
wet.
time to actually repair it.
Then maybe she took her clothes off to move the body, and when she was done, she put them back on.
Are you saying I did something that perverted?
Hyoko took off her clothes before committing murder. No, that should be impossible. Her clothes fused to her body. He wasn't wearing any clothes at all, man. I want to click on some of these and see if there's unique dialogue, you know?
Listen to me, Fuyuhiko. Hiyoko mentioned this before.
I can't help it. I can't tie the kimono sash by myself.
Which means Hiyoko can't change by herself. It's impossible for her to put on and take off her clothes.
Unless she was lying about that.
What?
Oh yeah, she couldn't even tie her sash on her own. That's why she couldn't take a bath and smelled bad.
Thanks, Akane.
I didn't smell. It only smelled a little.
Oh, wasn't changing inside the beach house prohibited in the first place?
Yes, if you broke the rules, I'm pretty sure Monokuma wouldn't have kept quiet.
Damn right! I'm such a stickler for the rules that even safari park rangers want nothing to do with me.
If she didn't change her clothes, then what did Hiyoko do with the blood that got on her? Like I've been saying, the blood wasn't on me in the first place, because I never touched Mahiru's body.
Hey, if you think about it the other way around, does that mean whoever was covered in blood is suspicious?
Which was Akane.
Because if so, I believe Akane was soaked with blood when we all met up to go to the beach.
Now, around what time did I estimate that
Didn't
that
I tell
happened?
you that was because I got beat up by Coach Nekomaru?
Let's see here. Akane was pretty late. Akane was right before Peko Peko, so... Could be, but I don't think so.
I can attest to that. If I hadn't gotten that rough with her, she never would have backed down.
Doubting me of all people. You got some nerve. All
I
right.
like that sprite of
I'll
hers
bend
where
your
she gets
body
all
in
like
half so you're
demonic and
stuck in
her
a
fingers
bowing
get like
position for the rest of your
claws.
life.
That actually sounds pretty cool.
The hell it does!
Hey, more importantly, I'm okay now, right? It's okay that I'm not the killer?
Yeah, seems like it.
See, I already told you. There's no way I'd kill Mahiru. 'Cause Mahiru taught me how to wear a kimono, and she was very, very kind. There's no way I would kill a nice person like her. Why wouldn't you believe me earlier?
You still suck, Saionji, but like, you're right.
You guys are stupid! Stupid, stupid, stupid! Hyoko, please don't cry. Everything is fine now.
This is the pot asking the kettle not to cry.
Shut up, pig barf. I hope you get a hangnail and die. I'm sorry for being pig barf.
More importantly, Fuyuhiko's behavior earlier was definitely strange. Getting so worked up and accusing Hiyoko of being suspicious. Could it be? Does he actually have something else in his mind?
Hey, Hiyoko. Now that our suspicions have been addressed, can you tell us the truth?
For once, I agree with Nagito.
Even though you're not the killer, you still went to the beach house, right?
Like I said, it was a trap.
You've noticed a bit how Hajime differs from Naegi in personality. Their "that's wrong" lines are slightly different in Japanese. Naegi says, I apologize to anyone who speaks, native Japanese. Sore wa chigau yo, while Hajime says sore wa chigau zo, which has a less respectful connotation. Yeah, that makes sense. I buy that. Because he seems a little bit more brash than Naegi did.
Yeah, I got that already, so... Can you give us the details about that trap?
I would like to know too. It might lead to some kind of clue.
Fine. You want me to talk, huh? Earlier this morning, Mahiru was the one who came up to me. She asked if we could meet up later.
Huh? But didn't you say earlier?
She never talked to me at all. Man, what a surprise. I didn't expect you to ask me such an easy question.
Damn it! So that was a lie? 'Cause I thought it'd be doubted if I admitted it. So I figured it was better not to say anything.
So, what was your answer to Mahiru's invitation?
I told her it was fine. I mean, I didn't have a reason to say no. Unlike everyone else here, Mahiru was someone I wasn't embarrassed to be seen with.
Dude, no one here was embarrassed to be
Always
seen
have
with
to say something
Mahiru.
snide.
You're the problem here, Sayonji.
At the time, we were supposed to meet around 2 p.m., but... Around noon, there was a letter inside my mailbox.
Okay.
A letter? Yeah, this one.
Yep. Alright. So I was right in the first place. I should have trusted my gut. I was going to tell you in person, but yada yada about what we discussed earlier. Is it okay if we change the place? I want you to come to the beach house on the second island. The time is still the same at 2 p.m. Okay. Hold up. We are gonna... Sayonji got a similar note, except it said to meet at 2 p.m. All right. Oops. Wrong button there?
I saw this letter and went to the beach house at that time.
Far too many notes for my taste. What was the question? The letter that Hyoko had, doesn't it clearly contradict the other evidence? You mean the letter that Mahiru had?
I can prove it with this. This letter. Doesn't it look like its contents are different from the letter Mahiru had?
About what we discussed, is it okay if we change the place and time? I want you to come to the beach house on the second island at 2:30.
Mahiru's letter said to meet at 2:30 p.m. But in Hyoko's letter...
Is it okay if we change the place? I want you to come to the beach house on the second island. The time is still the same at 2 p.m.
Whoa! The meeting times are off.
It's also strange that both letters wanted to change their meeting spot to the beach house. It would be plausible if one of them said it, but for both letters to say the same thing?
Hyoko, since you wrote it, what do you think? Like I said, I never wrote the letter. How many times do I have to tell you?
It's safe to say a letter was forged by the killer, but which letter did the killer forge? I would think the letter that Mahiru had. Nope, I guess I'm wrong.
Damn it!
So I guess we're saying that both of them were forged?
I see.
Yeah, okay. The way that question was
must have
phrased
forged
kind
both
of led me
letters.
to doubt that.
The killer forged them so they could manipulate their actions. Yeah.
That was the most
that's how we
sensible
should
thing,
think
but then the
about it.
question was like, well, one of them was forged.
That seems very likely. In fact, if you compare both letters...
They're exactly the
Confirmed!
same.
Just as I assumed, the handwriting is the same. The content of the letters matches too.
Like this part. I was going to tell you in person, but I couldn't find you, so I put this in your mailbox. This part. It seems there's someone who wants to interfere with our meeting.
I'm still
And this
pretty
part,
well convinced it's
let's
Peko.
keep it a secret. Until then, let's try not to see each other for a while. The killer forged both of those letters.
In doing so, they were able to control Hyoko and Mahiru to do their bidding, like a netherworld puppeteer.
So they completely tricked me. And then Mahiru's killer. How mean! Give me back Mahiru!
Really? This is really terrible. I've offered to help so many times. But the killer this time didn't discuss their plan with me at all.
Nagito, shut
It's
up.
all my fault. I'm so ashamed of being unreliable.
Can I just vote
Here we
Nagito
go
the killer?
again. Once we let our guard down, this happens. We can just lightly punch him to death later.
So based on what the letter said, you went to the beach house at 2 p.m., right, Hiyoko?
What's most important is what happened afterward. What on earth happened there?
I fell asleep. Why'd you fall asleep? It's not like I wanted to. I think I was forced to get a whiff of some kind of medicine or something.
Medicine?
That medicine. Could it be? Did they get it from the drugstore? I thought that place seemed unsafe. They even have prescription medicines laying out in the open.
If you were aware of that from the start, you should have done something about it.
I need more details on how she means, like, I was forced to sniff
When I
some
woke
medicine.
up, I was inside a small closet. And when I rushed out, I saw Mahiru's body.
And that's why you ran out of the beach house in such a panic!
I was scared. It was really,
Do I have anything
really
that indicates, like, how someone
really
would be forced
scared that I couldn't help, but...
to, like, sniff chloroform or
Killer
something?
probably planned to frame Hiyoko from the start. And for that reason, they summoned Hiyoko before Mahiru, put her to sleep, and shoved her inside the closet.
So their reason for blocking the door with Mahiru's body was to make Hiyoko leave her footprints as evidence.
Everything was done to frame Hiyoko as the killer.
Still thinking
That's
Peko.
horrible! I didn't do anything wrong, and I was framed by Mahiru's killer!
Hiyoko, please do not cry. We believe you.
Is it really okay to believe her so easily? She might be faking those tears, you know.
I've tried multiple
This'll
different
never
settings,
end if
but I
you
can't
keep being
stop
so
the screen
suspicious.
tearing that is happening.
Isn't that what a class trial is all about? The only way to survive is to be suspicious. This is where we go to thoroughly doubt each other.
Yeah, like on these spinning
So
screens,
if
you can
believe in
really
each
see
other
it.
so easily, then there's definitely something wrong with you.
You're wrong, Fuyuhiko. We aren't supposed to doubt each other here. We're supposed to work together. The class trial is where we cooperate with each other, work hard, and aim for victory.
Like, you're right, Nagito, but also
The
shut it.
killer and everyone else. Two hopes attempting to grasp the one
Literally,
true
guys,
hope.
we are focused on the wrong
Two
things,
hopes
okay?
clashing with each other is poetry
We
in
need to be
motion.
pressing Fuyuhiko
That
right now,
is
because
what a class trial
we have now
should
confirmed
be.
Sayonji discovered the body,
Seriously,
Soda
which side are
discovered
you
the body,
on?
and so who is our third person?
I'm on the side of the absolute hope that can overcome any despair. And I believe that absolute hope exists at the point where two hopes clash.
Your stance is neither white nor black, but gray. And you do not yearn for your life, or even for victory.
Jeez, I wish he'd just side with the enemy already so I can believe what he's saying!
Let's stop. Believing every little thing Nagito says is a waste of time.
Thank you, Hajime, voice of reason.
Yeah, we need to figure out who Mahiru's killer is.
There should be a new clue contained in what Hyoko has told us. So, let us believe Hyoko's words and discuss it once again with everyone.
The water?
Yep. The debate proceeds when you assume you can believe each other. Good job. That's the right way. That's the splendid power of teamwork. Hey, what do you think of that, Monokuma? I'm not gonna let you have the outcome you want.
Whatever you say, Monami. Y'all remember Buff Monokuma? Because I didn't until this very minute.
He's sleeping.
Dumbasses. You bastards don't know anything. If you're stupid enough to trust each other,
Why is there a girl
The
teddy?
only thing
That
written
is
for
the
you
question, isn't it,
is the bitter
Ziggy?
truth.
I don't know. Bitter truth. That may be true, but even so, we can't just stand around here all day. Even if what lies ahead is a cruel ending, the only thing we can do is move forward. Because unless we reveal who among us is Mahiru's true killer, there's no way we'll survive. Intermission. Yeah, these trials are definitely longer than they were in Danganronpa 1.
Well now.
Now that the class trial has reached its climax, I would like to present the answer right here, right now. Huh? You're gonna spoil who the killer is? If I reveal the answer before everyone's ready, they'll all be shocked. They'll all feel despair. You can't. That's seriously a big no-no. But spoiling it right now is innovative, don't you think? The club president and I are powerless against innovation. Who's the club president? So, without further ado, the answer is... Kya! You can't! Everyone, please close your eyes and cover your ears.
Correct! You
Correct.
say Nanu in German when you're surprised.
Can anybody who knows German confirm or deny? Is that a real thing? I don't know what you're talking about, but somehow it feels wrong to me. Alright, well there you go. You say Nanu in German when you're surprised. A good time for another late quote bullet. You know, I'm still sad that in DR1, yes, I was talking about this, that the theater, or the music room, whatever it was never relevant. Yes, I'm very, very happy that that has been retconned into being legitimate. That now that there was a murder in the music room in Danganronpa 1.
To think that the person who killed the wonderful Mahiru Koizumi is in this room. Impossible! Impossible! That's so impossible! There's no way I can believe that! Oh, I can't do anything. How annoying. But I'm just gonna believe in everyone. That's the least I can do.
You know, this game, tonally, like the pace of the humor, reminds me a little bit of the Disgaea series. Don't forget to save regularly, that's good advice.
Well, now that we've decided to believe Hyoko,
But Monkey's Paw worked, and you got the swimsuit mystery. That is true. That is true. I definitely did not specify that I wanted, you know, it to be relevant in a way that was actually somewhat sensible or even remotely grounded. But you know what? That's on me. What did I miss? You missed a lot, dude. The stupidest mystery in the Danganronpa series so far has been solved. We have ruled out at least a couple of potential suspects, and we are closing in on the answer to this trial. Now, I know that I already skipped the little autosave spot, but I'm just going to take a minute to go refill my water, and then we will finish the trial. So I'll be back in just a minute. I don't know, man. Every time I go and I fill up my water, and I sit back down at my desk after having been on my Be Right Back screen and running ads, I look at the view count, and it is always higher than when I left. And I don't know what's up with that. I swear, people see a Be Right Back screen and they're like, oh, this is peak content. Alright, onward we go.
If the killer was luring Hyoko into a trap, then something that was used there might be a clue.
Do you mean the letter?
No, it was probably the gummy.
Huh? Candy can be a clue?
We love the loading.
When you woke up, was the gummy already there?
Sorry, friends, but unfortunately mini-games on loading screens are patented, so I can't, you know, make them more engaging. Everyone is in for the chair stream. I mean, yeah, now that I've got the green screen, I really don't mind just, like, leaving chair screen up. I don't even really need to put on Be Right Back screens that much now that I think about it.
Now that you mention it, I feel like it wasn't. Just as I thought.
Just as you thought?
If the killer planted evidence while Hyoko was there, she would have thrown it away if she found it.
Which means the gummy was placed inside the closet after Hyoko fled from the beach house?
The killer returned to the scene of the crime? After I left?
Now that's an interesting thought. I would think that that would mean that the killer never left the scene of the crime, but that would be very hard to do. Which would indicate that instead, the killer did genuinely return to the scene of the crime, but did so by avoiding the beachside entrance, which would mean that they must have been able to access the barred off window, which would mean the killer must therefore have had an accomplice. What that also means, however, is if we're taking as fact that the killer returned after Saionji left, then that also rules out Ibuki and Mikan, because they were with us that entire time. So that is interesting.
They wouldn't have to do something that troublesome as long as they hid somewhere within the beach house.
That's impossible! There's nowhere to hide! I even glanced inside the shower room as I was running away, but there was nobody there!
Okay, that was what I was gonna ask.
Then, does that mean the killer came back?
I wonder. At any rate, the solution to that problem is connected to what really happened. That's what I think.
Oh, joy of joys, a new minigame. I want to play a new game, is that what you're thinking? If so, we've prepared the perfect... You know what? It's not Hangman's Gambit, so I'm happy. You will dive into your own brain and logically discern the mysterious answer from several questions. It's called the Logic Dive, okay. During the Logic Dive, you will control a version of yourself created from an image within your brain. Your task is to reach the goal, the final destination of the Synapse course. Is this a racing minigame? You can move sideways with the mouse and accelerate with the control key, okay. Whoops, I think I skipped something. Press the right mouse button to brake and the left mouse button to jump. This feels bizarre. Okay, so left... No, shoot. Oh god, man. I'm screwing up, guys. Okay. Press the control key to accelerate. The right mouse button is brake, the left mouse button is jump. You'll take damage every time you fall into a gap or bump into walls. Also, upon reaching a certain point, there will be branching questions in the course. The answer is split into different paths, so please proceed down the path of the answer that you think is correct. That's really interesting. Like, conceptually, I think this is a really cool idea, actually, but the controls just feel very unintuitive. So you're telling me that we really are controlling accelerating and braking, and instead of doing, like, accelerate and brake, we're doing accelerate and brake over here, or vice versa? That's so dumb. Branching questions will appear several times in one course, so please be careful. I highly recommend that you make good use of the brake. That's my meddlesome advice to you. Press the escape key for controls. Okay. This may be a very important problem. If the killer tampered with evidence after Hyoko ran away from the beach house, when did the killer arrive and depart from the beach house? You know what? I take it back. Nope, it's Peko. It's Peko. It's Peko. It's Peko. It's Peko. It's so Peko. Absolutely, it's Peko. Think. If I just focus and think about it, I'm sure I'll be able to find the answer. All right, I'm gonna do it. Okay, so control is accelerate. Okay, this is kind of sick, actually. This is a really cool visual presentation. This reminds me of, a minigame in some Sonic game, like Sonic 3D Blast or something, back for the PC that I had, like, back in the late 90s, I think. Question 1. When did the killer arrive at the beach house? After Hyoko arrived. Nope. Oh, when did they initially arrive at the beach house? Not when did they arrive to plant the evidence. Okay. Okay, so that's jump. Okay, so I can jump and move around just fine. Whoops. Oh, didn't see that there. Okay. Okay, so I've got to pay attention even if there's not a question for me to address. Yo, this is kind of cool, dude. This is the best minigame that they've gotten. When did the killer leave the beach house? Before Hyoko left. Oh man, okay. I'm gonna need some, like, turn acceleration for this minigame. If that's a power that I can unlock, I want that. Well, I was wrong. Okay, so the killer hid inside the beach house then, is what we're saying. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. This is the dumbest minigame, and I'm here for it. Question 3. Where was the killer hiding while Hyoko was unconscious? At the beach, I guess? Boy, I suck at this. Inside the beach house still, okay. Of course, as we all knew. Guys, I did it. 0 for 3. I got every single question wrong. Cool way of presenting that, though. That was fun. It's goofy, but it's awesome? Yeah, no, this is cool. This is way better than the stupid Hangman's Gambit.
Do you think the killer might have been hiding?
You spent all that time thinking just to say something so pointless. How disappointing. Didn't I just say there was nowhere to hide? Do I have to explain it in another language so you can understand?
I would bust out laughing if she just suddenly went into perfect Japanese.
Her personality got a hell of a lot more forceful once she stopped being a suspect.
No, there should have been a place for them to hide. A place you didn't look, Hyoko.
Oh, what are you saying? Stop being annoying or I'm gonna make Akane bop you on the head and shut you up for good!
Inside the refrigerator. I really don't want that to happen to me. I need to answer by any means. Is inside the refrigerator correct? Because... Okay, good.
Crap!
Also inside the closet?
Here!
Oh, are we saying that she was hidden
it's
inside
probably hiding in the
the case? Or one of the
That's where I was locked
surfboards?
After you woke up, you said you rushed out of there, right?
That's a bold move on the killer's part.
And you probably didn't look inside the closet very carefully.
That is like a really
But
bold
did two
move on the
people
killer's
even
part.
hide in such a small place, and without Hyoko knowing?
That's why the killer made sure to arrange a hiding place.
Okay, this is not what I was thinking about at first.
Here!
Alright. Also,
about
once
the
again, though,
surfboard case
it
in
is
the
nice
closet?
knowing that there is
pretty
flavor
sure they
text
could've
for me
hidden
putting in the
there.
wrong answer. I'm glad that there was specific text for typing in, or for clicking on the refrigerator.
Huh? Inside the surfboard case? But the shelf it was on. It was pretty messy, don't you think? 2 surfboards were stacked on the top shelf. And there were surfboards that weren't even in a case. The killer probably did that on purpose to secure a hiding place. 'Cause we haven't been on this island that long, so the closet shouldn't have been that messy, I think. Then, the killer was close to me during that time?
Yeah, they were quietly holding their breath and hiding very close to you.
I like this, I like this, picture of, Saionji asleep. That's cute.
It's kind of like in for a penny, in for a pound, so to speak.
Don't you mean it's always darkest under the lighthouse?
I shouldn't say things I don't understand, like, so to speak.
Anyway, The killer hid silently, and after making sure Hiyoko left, they finally left the surfboard case.
I agree with that as well.
That is
Seriously, nobody asked what
not
you
at
think.
all the conclusion that I went
There's
towards.
no way the killer would leave Hiyoko by herself if they were trying to frame her. If Hiyoko was left alone and ruined the evidence the killer had planted, it would have messed up their plan. Instead, it makes more sense to think that the killer was hiding in the beach house, watching Hiyoko.
Saying whatever you want, even if you didn't ask.
All right, if you don't want to friggin' get punched, just stand still and let me punch ya! Oh, you shut up. Then, grit your teeth.
Sorry,
Go, Akane, go.
It's not like that. Hey, Monokuma. Can I ask you about something that seems strange to me?
I believe Prince Shotoku was from the future. A man from the future is always directing the flow of history.
I'll listen to your story about men from the future some other time.
Hey, is
As
he
I
about
recall,
to... Yep,
the body
finally,
discovery
finally,
announcement
finally,
is made
man.
when
I've been
3
saying
or
this for
more
2
people
hours.
Discover a body, right? Is the killer also included among those 3 or more people?
Yeah, that's true, but, something like that is basically what it's supposed to be.
You don't sound very articulate.
Jeez, you're pretty annoying for noticing something like that. I know it sounds like an excuse, but the body discovery announcement isn't supposed to be used for deduction. It's intended to create a fair trial. It's supposed to let everyone know a body has been found.
So you're saying it's unfortunate that I used it for deduction?
It was used for deduction in the first
I understand your
game.
excuse, but depending on who actually found the body, it's possible that your 3 or more people rule could be deadly.
Well, as long as I keep things ambiguous, I can respond to situations with some flexibility.
Flexibility, huh? So what about this time? Is it 3 people including the killer or not?
Jeez, fine. You want me to say it? It doesn't include the killer this time,
All right,
okay?
all right.
All done.
So there it
Which
is.
means 3 people
Fuyuhiko
other than the
Saionji
killer
Soda.
discovered Mahiru's body.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. I just thought it was somewhat
No,
strange.
no. We
More
are not going
importantly,
back to the original
let's get
topic.
back to
Stay
our
on
original
this topic, please.
You're the one who went on a tangent.
We were just saying the killer was hiding in the surfboard case, right?
And after Hiyoko ran away, the killer got to enjoy the simple life of destroying evidence.
However, before we proceed any further, there's
What up,
something
Dark
we have
Devas?
to make clear. The killer blocked the roadside door with Mahiru's body before Hiyoko ran away. But what about the blood?
Now that you mention it, that mystery hasn't been solved yet.
It's going to be all right. If you guys have come this far, I'm sure you can discover that answer too. Now, let's start the argument, shall we?
Now then, I shall explain to you the final feature in the non-stop debates. From this point forward, you'll now be able to use the truth flashback. If you hold down the left mouse button, the shape of the reticle will change. If you aim at the remark's weak spot and keep... Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. Oh, I forgot about this. Man, I like this mechanic a lot. You are not able to agree with anyone using the truth flashback bullet. Okay. Okay, so obviously I'm going to be looking for something to truth flashback.
What did the killer do with the blood on their body?
Maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would have been impossible.
They didn't have to use the shower.
Oh, what about the wetsuits in the closet?
Maybe they wore one when they moved the body. If they used something other than the shower... What did they do with the bloody wetsuit? They cut it up and whoosh.
Floosh?
As someone who flushes their shit every morning, I can declare it would definitely clog the toilet.
Maybe it's the other way around? Perhaps someone other than the killer moved the body? Maybe they were able to wash it off.
What did the killer do with the blood on their body?
Maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would have been impossible.
No, that's wrong!
Alright, so I was wrong about the water bottles.
If they just needed to wash off the blood, they didn't necessarily have to use the shower. They could have just as easily used something else.
Something other than the shower. Like what?
I see! Drinks inside the refrigerator. Couldn't the killer have used those to wash off the blood?
I've seen through it.
Oh, Pecco. Pecco, no. Don't do this to me right now.
In theory, that's impossible.
I like this sprite for her, though.
Why?
It's good artwork.
Try to remember the refrigerator carefully, and then you will understand that there's no possible way the drinks in the refrigerator were used.
Alright, now that I understand how this minigame works, I'm gonna win first try. Oh, wrong. Oh, I hit the wrong
In the beach house
button.
However, try one bottle wouldn't be enough to wash off the blood.
My hands were on the wrong row of the keyboard.
It's true there were in the beach house refrigerator. However, try one bottle wouldn't be enough to wash off the blood.
I can't back down!
I forgot about that. They didn't prepare me for that.
They used just one drink. They could have used a bunch of them to wash it off.
Didn't I say it was impossible? There were no water. There were only flavored drinks with Coke. If you use those to wash, the blood won't come off in your body. It will leave an aroma, especially if you use that alone would raise suspicion. Didn't I say it was impossible? There were no water bottles in the refrigerator. There were only flavored drinks
That didn't
with
work.
colored dye. If you use those to wash, the blood won't come off and your body will it will leave an aromatic, especially if you use that alone would raise suspicion.
Yeah, just like in the other minigame, I like to at least hear all of the dialogue first before I
Didn't I say
try
it
to
was
contradict.
impossible? There were no water bottles in the...
There we go.
Allow me to cut through those words!
Yeah, I saw the no water bottles contradiction right away, but I wanted to see where else it would go.
There were water bottles inside the refrigerator.
I don't like that minigame, though. It's not as bad as the Hangman's Gambit.
There were no water bottles in there whatsoever.
That was after the incident, right? But before the incident, there were water bottles in the fridge. And the killer took all of those water bottles and used them to wash the blood off their body.
So you're saying the water bottles were gone? Because they were all used? That's a logical fallacy.
It's not a fallacy. There should have been evidence inside the trash can. Evidence like a lot of thrown away plastic water bottles. Isn't that right, Chiaki?
Ah, you're right. These bottles look like they may have been filled with water.
Well, now that you mention it, when I went to the beach house a few days ago, I feel like I drank one of those plastic water bottles.
Ah, you should have said so sooner.
Then, the plastic water bottles were used in place of a shower.
Dousing your body with lots of water bottles is such a simple and easy to understand explanation.
Thanks, Ibuki. Hold on a sec. Now that I think about it, if they soaked their entire body with a bunch of plastic water bottles, they did that, that person would be...
It seems you've realized who the killer is. See? Just as I thought.
Hold on. You know who the killer is?
Is that true?
Let me ask, who might that be?
If the killer used plastic water bottles to wash off the blood that splattered onto them, that killer, Mahiru's killer, must be that person. All right. There it is. Byakuya. The only person who could have drank that much water that quickly. All right, Peko, time to face the music.
Peko, is it you?
Hey, what are you being quiet for? They're accusing you of being the killer.
If this ends up being another bait and switch and I got it like 3/4 right, but actually wrong again, I'm gonna be a little upset, but also very impressed.
Then I should ask you this. Why do you believe I'm the killer?
I remember when we were all meeting up to go to the beach. Your appearance when you came to the diner.
I like her with her hair down, man. Hajime and Kazuichi, why are you two here? Hey, aren't you breathing pretty heavily? I just did a little swimming.
If the killer really did wash the blood off with water bottles, they'd have to drench their entire body. But there were no towels in the beach house, and it would have taken a while for the water to fully air dry. So you said you went swimming so you'd have a cover story.
Don't just stay silent! Say something! Hold on, you bastard!
Oh.
You saw her at the diner! You never saw her near the beach house, right?
Fuyuhiko. Okay.
So maybe she really was swimming!
No one even saw her swimming.
No. I saw her.
Huh?
Oh no. Oh
After
no.
I ran into you bastards at the diner, I crossed paths with her on my way home. So there's no doubt. She would have arrived at the diner from the opposite direction of the beach house.
Alright. Okay. I see what we're doing here. I'm picking up what you're putting down, Fuyuhiko. I'll play with your little game. We'll take this to where it leads.
Hold on. That's strange. Didn't you just say this earlier?
It's just a coincidence that I passed by the diner. I didn't even pay attention to the beach house. I went straight back to the hotel after I saw you guys. I didn't see anyone during that time.
You told me you didn't see anyone. Don't try to tell me you forgot about that.
We're just gonna go do a little review of something real quick here. Let's see. Alright. Okay.
Not so fast! It's too soon to decide she's a killer! We haven't established how the killer was able to leave the beach house!
Now that you mention it, you're right.
The roadside door was blocked. And if it's impossible to leave from the beachside without leaving footprints, then how the fuck did the killer escape?
Why are you all fired up, Fuyuhiko? You're not the suspect. Peko is.
Who cares about that? Answer me! If you have an explanation, then show me what you got!
We might have an answer.
Huh?
Do you really? This mystery seems unsolvable.
I really like what we're setting up here as far as the impact that it is going to have on the survivors after this case is over. Because there is a lot of mistrust that is about to get sown into this whole class of people. There's a lot of people who are no longer going to be able to trust one another, and I think that that's going to be very, very important as a dynamic going forward.
Well, if Peko is the killer, then I might just have an answer to that mystery.
I see. Then let's hear this alleged method of escaping the beach house.
First, let's establish how the killer escaped.
Killer's escape route. I might know what it was. In fact, the only possible thing I can think of is that opening.
I see!
If the roadside and beachside doors aren't an option, the only other thing I can think of is... well, nothing really. Except that small window in the shower room.
Huh. Don't you know how high that window is? There's no way Peko could have reached it.
All right, so to elaborate on what I was saying earlier, how I think I see where we're going with this, what I'm picking up here is Fuyuhiko is an accomplice and helped Peko escape via the roof or something. And I'm thinking that he knows what's going on and is covering for her and everything because he is okay with everyone dying, himself included. Because he wants to see all of the people who covered up his sister's death get punished. That's what I'm thinking. That's my first impression. Now, there's maybe some wires I've got crossed here, but that's generally my idea. Then how did Fuyuhiko escape? Well, Fuyuhiko, maybe he got pulled up, maybe she could have like yoinked him up, but his actual like leaving was a whole lot more conspicuous than Peko's.
But what if, for instance, she got help from someone?
But yeah, that is
She might
true.
have reached it by riding someone's shoulders, but then that person would have been left behind.
Is it possible an object was used? A rope, for instance?
And what happened to the rope after they used it? And don't say something stupid like you threw it outside.
We still haven't addressed the mask, by the way.
Of course not! That would violate the school trip rule!
Littering is not allowed. Let us coexist with this island's bountiful nature in mutual prosperity.
Littering is prohibited. Even if it might be evidence, rules are still rules.
You see? There's no way they'd be able to escape from that window.
No, they just have to use an object.
Darn it.
Chiaki, don't fall asleep on us! We just said they couldn't use an object! You did? I thought you were saying they couldn't dispose of an object. I see! You don't have to throw it away if you can just hide it somewhere on your body. Huh? Pekka was wearing a swimsuit, remember? Where would she even hide an object? And if you say she hid it in her special place, I'll stab you in yours! No! Please don't be violent!
Even if the killer used an object to escape out the window, they wouldn't have been able to get rid of it. So the only thing I can think of is that the killer must have hid it somewhere. If that's the case, focus and think. The object the killer used to escape out the window, no, please, stop focusing, Hajime, stop thinking, don't do it, don't do it. Oh, he's doing it. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Okay. Make sure I remember how this game works. Okay, so that's how, yeah, okay. BS. That's what this is, BS. So I can just let these go. and they just hit each other and merge. What happens here? Oh, they just get bigger. Oh. Oh, cool. Oh, it's like that one game. Oh, they just blow up after a while on their own, don't they? Anyway, I don't know what the answer to this is here. Whoops. Bam. Bamboo sword. Ah, whoops. God, this minigame sucks so badly. Bambi's sword, yes. What happened up here? Okay, hang on. I'm getting the speedrun strats now. I'm getting it. They said it blows up on its own after a while, but I'm not seeing that happen. Ah, shoot. Okay, so this is maybe not the optimal strategy. Oh, there we go. It finally blew up. Can I please get an R? Thank you. Now I'm just waiting for a D to show up. Nope. Still nope. See, like, the hangman part of this is fun for the first, like, 10 seconds until you figure out the word, and then it's just tedious. Waiting for the D? Yeah, same.
You carry that bamboo sword on your back at all times, right? If I recall correctly, you had it then too. Despite the fact that you had a swimsuit on, you were still wearing your bamboo sword.
Are you saying she used that bamboo sword to escape through the window?
Otherwise called a shinai. There you go.
Used that bamboo sword as a step stool and escaped out the window.
That is remarkable.
Sword as a step stool? You see? I knew it! I knew it was a ninja! Didn't I tell ya? A ninja could have climbed that easily!
Ninjas know a climbing trick where they lean their sword against a wall and use the handguard as a step stool.
Wow! Just like a Japanese ninja!
Pretty cool, honestly.
Sonia, ninjas only exist in Japan.
Well, it is a bamboo sword, but I'm sure a slender girl like Peko could easily use it to climb.
Well, Peko, do you have anything to say?
Now then, the time has come once again for the panic talk action. Let's talk a bit about Fever Time and Nega Time. From this point on, you'll be able to enter Fever Time by pressing the space key. When Fever Time is activated, tempo will be pushed to its max. But that's not all. You won't miss during Fever Time either. By pressing the left mouse button when applicable, you can destroy your opponent's verbal assault. But only until your focus gauge runs out to make the best use of your time. There's also something called Nega Time that your opponent can use too. If your opponent activates Nega Time, your tempo marker will disappear, making it quite a bit difficult to press the buttons in rhythm. So in that case, please time the rhythm not with your eyes, but with your ears and your passionate heart. if you can't clear it, you can always change the difficulty setting. I'm not going to tell them they'll have to redo the class trial for that chapter if they do that.
Hold on a sec, you bastard! You're saying she used her sword as a step stool and went out the fucking window? Then what about the sword? It would have been left in the shower room and she wouldn't have been able to recover it, dumbass!
Fuyuhiko, why do you even care?
Shut up! Just shut the fuck up and answer me! If you have an answer, then fucking give it to me! If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, it would have been left behind!
Fuyuhiko, why? Why are you... I still think I'm right about the reason why he's being so adamant about this, is that he was one of the people to discover the body, figured out what was going on, and is just okay with it because he learned that all 5 of these girls basically killed his sister. And also that he, like, isn't really able to do anything about it.
Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible!
See, look. I'm missing. How am I missing?
Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? Bastard! Got proof, you bastard? You're pissing me off!
I hate this minigame.
You're pissing me off!
I've got to turn the sound up. I'm sorry.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut! Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
I just don't understand. Like, I'm not this bad at rhythm minigames.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? Bastard! Got proof, you bastard?
This does not feel like the tempo of this music.
You're pissing me off! You're pissing me off! If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, it would have been left
dang it.
behind!
I typed it in wrong. I realized I typed it in wrong as soon as I did it.
Bastard!
Bamboo sword bag.
Shut up! Shut! Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Shut up! Shut up!
And the problem was I took my left hand up from here, crossed to where my keyboard is, and I just started typing.
If she used the bamboo sword as a step, this is the end!
There we go. Bamboo bagged sword. I think listening to the music makes it worse. I just use the visuals, but I was trying to use the visuals. I was trying to land it exactly on the beat, or on, like, when it's centered, but I think I had to do it, like, a little early.
When she leaned her sword against the wall to use as a step stool, she tied her sword back to it. And after she climbed up to the window, as long as she hauled the bag up toward her, she would have been able to recover her bamboo sword.
I see. Not just the bamboo sword, but even the sword bag, too. She used them both to escape. Akane said she's like a ninja, but it's nothing as silly as that. Simply put, only Peko could have performed this feat. An escape plan befitting of the ultimate swordswoman. Even so, how disappointing. If you'd only let me work with you, it would have been an even greater plan.
No! You just back off!
Is it true? Did you really kill
Hold on! You're just making assumptions! You don't have any proof. I won't accept this unless there's proof! Got it, you bastard?
Finally the mask.
It's fine.
Huh?
I said it's fine. Saying anything more would just be an exercise in futility.
She admitted it just now, right? She admitted she's Mahiru's killer, right? But is this right? Even though Fuyuhiko was the one arguing with us, Peko just admitted it so freely.
Among flowers, the cherry blossom. Among men, the samurai. I commend your decisiveness, at least. Very well. If you admit it, this ends now. Let's cast our votes.
Agreed. Hurry up and vote.
Hold on. Let me
Damn it,
confirm
I was
one
wrong.
thing
How
first.
was I
Can it
wrong?
wait until
No.
after the voting?
This is important, and it relates to the voting. It's about Pekko's motive.
It was Fuyuhiko then.
In the end, you had no connection to the events depicted in Twilight Syndrome murder case, right? Then, why did you kill Mahiru?
So it's about that. Let's see. If I must answer that question, I must say it was for the sake of justice.
Huh?
Justice?
In order to protect the justice of this world.
Oh no. We're really doing this again?
I do not sully my hands to satisfy personal grudges. There is only one reason I kill. For the sake of protecting justice.
What are you saying?
Sonia's fired up, dude.
Justice is what
Sonia's
makes
so
humans
excited.
Human. It's a virtue that human beings should be proud of. Justice is the eternal sun, and the enduring moon, the protective father, and the smiling mother.
Hello! Earth to Pekko!
If justice ever disappeared from this world, the world would immediately freeze, and people's smiles would vanish. I will not allow that!
I really like this
It's
pose.
fine, just stop it!
Justice must always be there to guide us, to shine bright above our heads.
I'm telling you to stop it!
So I must fight. I must continue to fight to protect justice.
Could she be?
As the light of justice shines upon my mask, I expose the hearts of malevolent
Dramatic
evil.
shot from behind.
Justice complete.
Good God.
The center of justice that is pierced by justice. The lead star of justice that shines in the night sky. That would be me. Sparkling justice! Now then, let's execute justice!
What? What the fuck?
Me too,
Pekko,
Kazuichi.
what are you doing?
I am sparkling justice. In the name of sparkling, shining justice, I have come to deliver justice.
I hate this.
What's
And
going
this
on?
is to cringe even further beyond.
Pekko! Finally snapped!
True.
Everyone, please be careful! Sparkling Justice is a serial killer who claims to be an ally of justice. Clad in her various hero masks, she is a serial killer who exclusively targets other criminals. She is supposed to be... but...
Huh? An ally of justice? So that's why you're wearing a mask.
Where is this
mask
going?
is the dividing line. Just like various idols, the sun is revered because it lies just beyond your grasp. Justice should also be the same.
I don't get it, but this is becoming really crazy.
What? What the heck is this? Pekko is the killer. Why is it turning out like this?
This is turning out to be a surprising turn of events!
Thank you, Monami, for your very deep input.
Hey! Now's not the time for you to be sleeping! Take a look! It's a killer!
This again?
I am deeply confused.
Huh? Sleepwalking? So what's your answer to my previous question? Why did you kill Mahiru?
This world must always be bathed in the light of justice. I must not allow even one shadow. Evil must be eliminated immediately.
I love the emotes in her chat.
No matter what, I must not overlook evil.
Evil? Are you saying Mahiru is...
If you knew about that incident, then you must have played the game. Am I right?
And because of that, I was able to find the killer's accomplice hiding on this island like a sewer rat.
Then, the reason you killed Mahiru was...
To protect justice, of course. In order to protect justice, I have become its merciless
The
sword.
glowing eyes are really
and
what makes this.
Executed justice.
Holy crap! She's such a stereotypical psychopath!
She's so gross!
Peko, is this your true identity?
My true identity? I have already forgotten who I am. It just shows my determination. My determination to protect by throwing away what's most important. I'm willing to become anybody to shower this world with justice.
These emotes are amazing.
Oh, I can't stand this anymore! Let's just end this farce already!
I'm with Nekomaru. This is a farce. End it. He's right. We need to end this already. But, oh no, no but. The killer, in the end, there's no mistake that it was Peko all along.
Let's go over this incident one more time and then let's end this.
Okay, we're going with the closing argument, so it was Peko, I guess. Dude, man, why is Mahiru so cute, man? Like, look how cute this girl is. Okay, so... placing the gummy bear is gonna happen after Saionji leaves. We're gonna do this right here. Bathing, dousing in the water bottles is gonna go right here. And then Saionji wakes up. Here. Saionji gets kidnapped and put to sleep. Here? No. Here. There we go. Oh, nope. Because this is right there, so that's not it. Mikan arrives at the beach house? No. Okay, maybe I'm wrong here. Pretty anime girl mask goes next to the body. Footprints in the sand come after Saionji runs away. I guess Saionji gets the letter here, maybe? Oh, here we go, here we go. There we go, that makes more sense. So, Mahiru arrives here. Tie the sword over here. And then the bat happens... No. There we go. Last stock. Akane is covered in blood. So we hide inside one of the bags. What do I need to fill in still? The killer forges the letters. There we go.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
What a bizarre case.
The incident began this morning when Mahiru spoke to Hyoko.
Man, Mahiru's so cute.
Mahiru most likely
It's
played
not fair.
Twilight Syndrome murder case, the video game provided to us as the motive. She probably wanted to discuss it with someone else who also appeared in the game as a character. Hyoko accepted Mahiru's invitation, and they promised to have a more detailed conversation about it later. However, someone else overheard their exchange. The killer.
Nash.
The killer eavesdropped on their conversation and used their promise to devise a specific murder plan. By preparing a specific item, they planned to manipulate the two's actions. That item was the letters. They sent fake letters to both Mahiru and Hyoko.
Girl murder farce. Man, Undead Girl murder farce is never getting a season 2.
Told her to come
I'm
to
so
the
sad.
beach house at 2:30 p.m. And the letter Hyoko received told her to come to the beach house at exactly 2 p.m. By providing different times, the killer was able to lure them to the beach house separately. Hyoko totally trusted that letter, showed up at the beach house at 2 p.m., just like it said. And was drugged into unconsciousness by the killer lying in wait.
It's not confirmed. I'm just saying that because of how long it's been and how little
After
attention
putting
the show
Hyoko
got.
to sleep, the killer immediately hid her inside the closet, so they could frame her as the killer later. At 2:30 p.m., Mahiru arrived at the beach house. She was completely unaware that she had been targeted for murder. Approaching her from behind, the killer struck the defenseless Mahiru with a specific weapon. The metal bat that was left at the scene of the crime.
How long does it take for the drug napkin thing to knock someone unconscious?
The
In
bat
real
was
life, a
brought
few
down onto
minutes.
the back of Mahiru's head.
In fiction,
With
like
that, she
a
took her
quarter of a
last
second.
According to Mikan's autopsy, Mahiru died instantly, so she probably never knew who killed her. With that, the killer achieved their goal of killing Mahiru and began to tamper with the crime scene. They dragged Mahiru's body so that it blocked the door leading to the road. Also, the mask found at the scene of the crime was something the killer personally left. I'm not really sure why. My guess is it's something similar to a calling card. That's how the crime scene we discovered was created. However, by moving Mahiru's body, the killer got blood splatter on them. Plus, the shower room had no water because it was out of order, so they couldn't wash it off. But the killer expected something like that to happen. Instead of the shower, the killer used something else to wash the blood off their body.
I really like the use of the title
They
screen
used
theme
plastic
here.
water bottles that were inside the beach house refrigerator. We can assume they carried the bottles to the shower room before the sequence of events had happened. In place of showering, they washed the blood off their body with water bottles instead. However, they had no choice but to dispose of the empty bottles in the beach house's trash can. Littering is against the rules, and it would have taken too much time to throw them away somewhere else. After the killer washed off the blood, they hid in a specific spot inside the closet Hyoko was in.
Are all of these characters new, or were some of them in the first game? At least one of them was in the first game.
The
I
killer hid
think
inside
two of
the
them were,
surfboard
but that's
case
not
that they had already
confirmed
emptied
explicitly
before.
yet. But like, it's practically confirmed, I think.
After some time had passed, the sleeping drug used on Hyoko wore off, and she woke up. Like can imagine how badly Hiyoko
I like the
must have
art in
panicked when
these.
she came out of the closet.
Like, these shots of Saionji are very
I mean,
expressive.
She made plans to see Mahiru, who lay dead right in front of her. From the shock and panic of being considered a murder suspect, Hiyoko fled from the beach house. Because of that, she left footprints in the sand. Everything was a trap set by the killer to frame her. After Hiyoko left, the killer finally came out of the surfboard case and placed a gummy that they brought with them to shift our suspicion toward Hiyoko. Ironically, placing that gummy is what helped clear our suspicion toward Hiyoko. Finally, the killer began preparing
I was thinking
to
the
escape
same
from the
thing,
beach
Loogie.
house. They couldn't risk leaving their footprints in the sand, so they escaped the beach house using a different route. The small window in the shower room. However, that window is rather high up and can't be reached easily, which is why the killer used the bamboo
Dun-dun.
sword they always carry with them. The killer took the bamboo sword out of its bag, tied the bag to the sword's handle, and used the sword as a step stool to reach the small window while holding the sword bag in their hand. As long as they're able to reach the window, all they had to do was pull the bag to retrieve the sword. And so the killer left the beach house and appeared before us as if nothing had happened.
Cute Chiaki.
But their wet hair and swimsuit didn't dry right away. There also weren't any towels at the beach house. So when the killer met up with us, they said they had been swimming for a while as an excuse. So how about it? This is the truth behind the incident you caused. Isn't that right, Heko Pekoyama?
I see. And what of it? She's like totally cool with it. I haven't done anything to be ashamed of.
What are you saying? You killed Mahiru!
Wrong! I punished evil in the name of justice. That's no reason to condemn me.
Whatever. Let's hurry up and vote so we can freaking kill this weird, crazy bitch!
There's no way you can kill me. Justice can never be killed. You should all know that as well.
What
The
are you
group at large
saying?
is still not addressing a very
To
important
protect
question.
what's most important to you, you must be prepared to throw away something equally important. Understand?
I don't get it! I don't get it at all!
Then I shall be direct. Justice must carry on in order to keep justice. To keep me alive, you all must give up your lives.
Are you serious?
It's not serious. It's justice. If I fall here, who will combat the evils of this world?
Nanami, duh.
Now, follow your hearts of justice that reside within you all, and save my life to protect justice. Hurry and carry on justice.
You know, it's a bold move, Cotton.
Give me a break!
See if it works out for
Who's
her.
gonna die for you?
If we let Peko go, we're all gonna get killed. For the sake of grand justice, a few sacrifices are unavoidable.
A few sacrifices? That's...
Don't worry. The justice that you give your life to protect will never go to waste.
I can't stand her anymore! Let's vote already and execute her!
I hate that I am agreeing so much with Saionji.
However, before we do that...
Sonia? Sonia? Are you gonna do it?
Oniguma, the vote! Hurry up and let us vote
Nope,
already!
let Sonia talk.
I'm awake!
Ah! He finally woke up!
I I've heard your story. Well, I wasn't listening, but who cares? Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Such heart-pounding excitement!
All right. Pecco Pecco. You will be missed, but you won't be missed that much. You were definitely on the bottom rung for me.
Pardon me, can we please have a little more time?
Sonia! Goated Sonia.
Pardon me. Can we have a little bit more time? Please let us continue our discussion.
Continue our discussion? But isn't the voting over?
Yes, but I cannot help but feel strange. Something about this is definitely strange.
Huh?
Strange? What do you mean? There's no doubt that Pecco is the killer.
That is true. However,
As a serial killer enthusiast, you're wondering if Pecco is really sparkling justice, am I right?
Hey, Miss Sonia isn't a serial killer enthusiast. She just has a little more passion about them than most.
Man,
That
Kazuichi
makes
needs
her
to
an
stop white
enthusiast.
knighting.
Honestly, it felt strange to me too. I mean, there's a distinct difference between what we know about sparkling justice and Pecco, right?
distinct difference?
You know, Sonia describes sparkling justice like this.
Justice complete! The center of justice that is pierced by justice! The lead star of justice that shines in the night sky! That would be me! Sparkling justice!
What the heck was that? That is Sparkling Justice's catchphrase. An unknown serial killer has a catchphrase? I read it in a magazine in the library. There has only ever been one person, a journalist, who has interviewed Sparkling Justice. The article was written in their native language, so I tried translating it. I see, so that's what it was. I think I've got the differences between the serial killer and Pecco.
I see!
That's right. According to what Sonia said,
The article was written in their native language, so I tried to translate it.
if she had to translate it, that means it wasn't written in English, right?
Huh? Yes, the magazine I read was written in Spanish. So,
Dude, Sonia's a
Sparkling
super
Justice's
genius.
catchphrase was no doubt written in Spanish as well. Which means the journalist and Sparkling Justice are both...
From Spain?
I wonder what language they said in the original Japanese. Did you note how many languages she knows? 36, I think, was the number. When I first heard about those serial killers, Genocide Jack and Sparkling Justice, I just assumed both serial killers were from the same country. But that wasn't the case. If so,
Pecco, you're not Sparkling Justice. There's no way that's possible.
Or, you insist that you're Sparkling Justice. Can you try saying that catchphrase in Spanish?
I want
Would you be able to do that?
Latina Pecco Pecco.
It appears that the time has come for this mask to come off. However, that's perfectly fine. It's no longer necessary. And even if you find out now, it's too late for you all to do anything about it. My duty has already been finished. My duty as a tool has already been completed in full.
Uh-huh? Looks like she's back to normal?
That mask has fulfilled its purpose, just as I have.
What do you mean? Fulfilled its purpose too late? What are you getting at?
Now that you've already cast your votes, is what it means.
Hey, be clearer! We're asking you what your purpose was!
I have no purpose. I am just a mere tool.
Tool? What do you mean?
She called herself a tool. Which means someone else used her then?
Of course. A tool cannot do anything on its own.
I see. I finally understand. Well, I did have a sneaking suspicion all along.
What do you mean?
I mean, besides Peko and Hiyoko, someone else was also at the beach house.
Yes, thank you.
Someone else?
There is proof that establishes that fact. Try to remember it.
Proof that there was one more person at the crime scene.
I see!
Finally, I have been harping on this for nearly 3 hours now.
Talking about the body discovery announcement?
Yep, that's right. I mean, didn't Monokuma say so earlier?
So what about it this time? Is it 3 people including the killer or not? Geez, fine, fine. You want me to say it? It doesn't include the killer this time, okay? All done.
That announcement is made when at least 3 people discover a body. And in this particular case, the killer, Peko, is not one of those 3. If that's the case, it would mean only Hiyoko and Kazuichi discovered the body, but...
I see. That leaves us one person short.
Short, you say?
So that
I can think of a
means
short
there was
person.
one more person in the beach house!
Plus, the fact that Monokuma tried to hide that truth from us by being flexible with his own rules. That's such a vital clue that it could alter the outcome of the trial. Like an accomplice, for example.
No, that's not it.
Huh? Am I wrong?
Yes, from your basic way of thinking about it, you are wrong. Didn't I tell you? I'm just a tool. That means I'm just a simple tool to be used by that person.
Huh?
Therefore, that person would have the strongest motive out of anybody else here, right?
So are we saying... Are we about to absolve Peko of the murder? Because she was... Where is she? Where's Peko? Are we about to absolve her of the murder because she's saying that she was the tool that was used, but not the person who actually, like, set it in motion? And we're gonna change our votes? That's an interesting moral question, but I feel like not an interesting rules one. I do like where we're going here with this, that Peko was the tool for Byakuya because he can't do it because he's already dead, but he's still the culprit in this case, I swear to God. Ah, Fuyuhiko, why?
You're the only one! Is it Fuyuhiko?
I see. Now I finally see the connection. The connection between the motive and the incident.
But even if it's the motive, it's just a game, right? There's no reason to believe it's even true. Would you call a game like that a strong motive?
The game, no, but the photos, yes. There's overwhelming proof of that, too. I wonder if multiple answers are permitted here? Because any one of these... I think probably the entrance hall photo is the winner, though. Okay, well, that's wrong then, so I guess it's the one of his sister. Oh, scrolled to the wrong one. My thought with the photo is like that's irrefutable because it's a photo nobody remembers, but that everyone can clearly see is of the people
I can
in this
prove it
room.
with this. I didn't think it was necessary to confirm it if it didn't have anything to do with Mahiru's murder, but... There's no doubt that game is based on actual events. That much is clear if you saw the ending prize. The photos awarded for beating the game are not actual in-game screenshots. They're all actual photos, with the surrounding scenery cropped out. You knew all along, Fuyuhiko, didn't you? You knew whether or not the first victim in the game was actually your little sister, right? Because whoever beat the game first received the ending prize.
Hey, what's that envelope? What's inside? Shut up! What makes you think you have any right to question me?
It was the envelope, right? The person who received the ending prize. It was you, wasn't it?
If you were shown a photograph of your sister's dead body, you'd have no choice but to believe it. Even so, you wanted to deny the truth. That's why you sent those photos to Mahiru to confirm it.
Hey! Why are we talking about Fuyuhiko? Who cares? 'Cause Peko is the killer, right? But you already voted!
That's why I told you. You're all too late. As I said before, I exist as nothing more than a tool. I had no motive for killing Mahiru. No reason to kill. Not even the will to kill. I was simply used as a tool. As long as I am a tool, I cannot defy my orders.
I'm very curious
Hey,
what's up with
what's
Peko.
going on? Can anyone
Like,
give me
why
a
this is
simpler
her-
explanation? It means I'm
Her
not
perspective.
the true killer who used me as their weapon to kill Mahiru Koizumi was Fuyuhiko Kuzuryu.
What?
What the hell?
I see. That's what you were aiming for all along.
No, I have no aim. But my young master does. My young master planned this from the start.
Oh, unless
Young master?
she was already in his pocket
That is the truth of this case.
before
I'm sure you realize
they
it by
came
now,
here.
But it's too late.
She's like his servant
Cannot undo
already.
the vote.
That's a problem. If Peko's allegation holds up, that means our vote was incorrect.
No, I don't think that that's
In
true.
that case, the person who gets to live is...
Just... me?
That's nuts! No matter how you look at it, that's completely insane!
Look, Monokuma already said, like, if
How
you
would
accidentally
Peko be
kill
a tool
someone,
in the
that counts
first
as a
place?
murder. Like, one person causing another
Peko is a
person to
legitimate
kill
human being!
does not make the first
It's
person
not for you to decide. It's for Monokuma.
guilty.
The votes have been cast. All we can do now is wait and see what Monokuma decides.
What the hell?
Like, this does not jive with Monokuma's general rule set. Yeah, I did not do so well here. I'll take a B. I'm okay with that.
I'm in a bind. And what a bind it is. I guess for now, let's take a quick recess. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Yuhiko stood up for Peko a few times in Chapter 1 by trying to establish her an alibi. I mean, she had an alibi in Chapter 1. Although there were some twists and turns along the way, the one who killed Mahiru Koizumi is... Hold on a second. Okay,
Sorry.
I'll wait. So sorry, I'm just hesitating.
Hey!
There's no need to hesitate. No matter how you look at it, Peko is the killer. Why?
Hey, hey!
Why? Well, that's obvious. You're not a tool. You're a freaking human being.
Well,
If I am a human, then I'm not a tool. If that's what you're saying, you're wrong.
You just don't know.
You just don't know that there are people who only exist to be tools. People such as myself. Only exist to be tools? What does she mean for you, Hiko? Echo and I grew up together. Are you two childhood friends then?
No.
It's completely different than that. Right after I was born and abandoned by my parents, the Kuzuryu clan took me in.
I am nothing but a tool.
They gave me a reason to exist. I am to fulfill my duty as my young master's property.
What?
Property, you say? It means she's a hitman arranged by my clan to work directly under me.
If my young master is attacked, I must defend him as his shield. If he intends to kill, I must be his sword.
Cute. Cute little baby. Peko Peko. Cute. Man, why do I get to like Peko now?
That is my only reason for living. Before I am human, I am my young master's tool, first and foremost. Until this body of mine can no longer move, I shall fulfill my duty until the very end.
That is...
You are wrong. You are not a tool, Peko. Because if you are a tool, then what was all that time we spent together?
Nothing.
I was ordered by my young master to behave, just as I was ordered to interact with you all. Our professional relationship doesn't exist on this island. We are just fellow high school students now. Right after we arrived on this island, that is what my young master ordered me to do.
You fiend.
That is why you were hiding your relationship, you mean?
No.
It's not as if that started the moment we arrived on this island. Before that, my young master has always told me to hide our relationship. My young master loathes relying on his household's power. He even hates me, the tool given to him by his household.
I am nothing but a tool.
If my young master intends to kill, it is only natural for me to act as his tool. Then the one who tried to kill Mahiru wasn't you, it was... Were you Hiko?
Damn it.
It is what it is. When I thought I beat that game, I was suddenly given these photographs.
Damn it!
I don't understand. Why is my sister in these photographs?
Don't fuck with me!
And she's covered in blood? What does this mean? Why can't I remember? How come I don't even know if my sister is dead? You tried to confirm it with Mahiru. And that's why you wanted to talk to her.
So...
Yeah. I sent her the photo because I wanted to make sure she'd respond. But she never replied back to me. Not only that, she started avoiding me too.
But...
I'm pretty sure Mahiru was confused too. I mean, we all were. Before anyone played the game, we didn't even know this incident had happened. That's why even if we were told we're connected to it, there's no way we could accept it. You know, when Mahiru spoke to Ibuki, she mentioned something about this.
Oh my!
It's pretty important, so, you know, it'd be troubling to involve the others. You sound pretty serious. Serious or not, I can't do anything about it on my own, so I wanted someone to think about it with me.
But...
If I need to make amends, I would, but I don't even know how.
Are you serious?
That definitely sounds serious. I can cancel my beach plans for you. No, it's fine. It's important that everyone gets along anyway. Just tell them I'm not feeling well. Plus, it doesn't have to be today. There's always tomorrow.
Oh.
She wanted to discuss how to make amends, but Hyoko was the only one who accepted her invitation. I should have gone too.
But...
It was rather convenient for you, wasn't it, Fuyuhiko? If you could make use of their plan to meet each other alone, you could easily lure Mahiru into a trap, right?
Hey.
By calling both of them to the beach house, you were able to pin the blame on Hyoko.
What the?
Seriously, what the heck? An eye for an eye. That's the world I live in. My little sister was murdered. If the reason that happened was because of some person there, I have no choice but to kill that person on my sister's behalf, right?
And so?
My young master thought of a plan and executed it. I wanted to use a bat as the murder weapon because in the game, that's what was used to kill Girl E. For revenge. Clubbing the person to death in the same way my sister was killed just seemed to make sense. Even if it ruined my disguise, it was the only thing I could do to avenge my sister.
That is...
So that is why you killed Mahiru with the bat. But still, I believed her till the very last minute that game was just a work of fiction. But even so, that bitch!
Hey,
If that game is actually real, are you the one who killed Girl E?
Why, you?
Hey, I don't want to hear about that.
but
The fact that your sister was killed is terrible. It's unfortunate, but
why?
you shouldn't have killed that girl.
Shut the hell up!
Who cares about that? Just answer me. What do you know about that game?
What are you saying?
You had nothing, you had no right to do that. Nobody has the right to judge others for their crimes. Revenge is just wrong.
Jeez.
Want me to be honest? This whole time, I was acting like a coward. Even after I called over Mahiru, I was still trying to find an excuse to not go through with the plan. But after she said that to me, it all went out the window. I got really pissed and grabbed the metal bat that I had hid under the bench. But at that moment, young master called for me and made me kill Mahiru.
Huh?
Huh?
Young master, I am finished.
What?
Are you saying that you killed because you were ordered to?
A tool is not defined by its will, but by its actions. I don't get this at all.
Of course!
Well, of course you don't understand, because humans are completely different from one another. Everyone's birthplace and upbringing is different. It's obviously impossible for them to understand each other. So everyone just pretends to understand, and pretends to be understood.
Be quiet.
Hey, you're too annoying. Can you just be quiet?
Yes, indeed!
Okie dokie, I'll be quiet. Afterward, just as my young master planned, I proceeded to tamper with the scene of the crime. However, I also considered the possibility of being found out. So in order to get you guys to make the wrong choice, I decided to make use of that serial killer story.
It cannot be.
You insisted that you were sparkling justice in order to make us hasten our votes?
So we fell for it. We fell for her trick all along.
That's right. You guys have made the wrong decision. You voted me, a mere tool, as the killer, unaware that my young master was the true killer.
That's obviously wrong.
Hold on, don't act like our loss has been decided yet.
No.
It should be decided already. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
This is troubling!
I'll admit, all this talk about Peko being a tool sounds pretty persuasive. When you approach it from various angles, it makes sense that Fuyuhiko is actually the true killer. Hold on, I'm telling you to hold on!
I see.
So for Peko, Fuyuhiko himself is your true hope then, right? On his behalf, you killed Mahiru. And now you're trying to sacrifice us so you can protect him.
Great.
You would only go that far because he's your one and only hope.
Wrong.
I have no hope. I am just a tool. Well, even if we ask her, she'll probably just play dumb anyway.
Now then.
So I'm gonna ask someone else. Hey, Fuyuhiko, what do you think?
Huh?
About what?
Hey.
Is Peko just a tool to you? Using that tool, surviving by sacrificing Peko and the rest of us. Is that your hope?
What?
Hold on.
What's the use of asking something like that?
What?
You seem distressed. A mere tool doesn't panic like that, right?
Jeez.
Peko, be honest. Are you trying to protect Fuyuhiko of your own free will?
Hey.
Fuyuhiko, can you tell me the truth? The fact that she killed on your behalf, the fact that she lied by acting as the killer, are those all things you ordered her to do? Is that the truth?
Huh?
Fuyuhiko?
Yeah.
I know you hate our guts, but
Huh?
if you listen to Peko, we're all gonna die.
Young master.
You just have to tell the truth. I was only following your orders. You just have to tell them that. Fuyuhiko, you mentioned this before, but in this kind of situation, interacting with others will shorten your lifespan. Those idiots, Byakuya and Teruteru, are proof of that. Plus, it'd be frustrating to be held back by affection when it's my time to kill. So you're still saying that? Of course. I'll sacrifice the lives of everyone here if it guarantees my survival. You don't really feel that way, right? You're not that kind of person. Because if you were, you wouldn't be hesitating like you are now, though.
Young Master!
There's no need to hesitate, young master. Please, just tell them the truth. Young master, you were the one who ordered me. I just did as I was told because I am a tool. Fuyuhiko, this could be considered your ultimate choice. Regardless, either way you'll still lose Peko, but...
Hey.
If you insist you're the killer, just as she said, you can sacrifice us and survive alone. Or, would you rather reject Peko and fight alongside us, against despair? Which will be your hope? Let's hear what you have to say.
Damn it!
Young Master, I am finished.
You... What the hell did you do? You already know, right? What's going to happen after you kill someone?
I did it because I know. There is no way I can let that happen to you.
Yeah. Hey, Peko. Do you remember what I told you when we first arrived on this island? Our professional relationship doesn't exist on this island. We're just fellow high school students now. You need to run. Got it? Just let me take the fall so you can get away.
Young Master, that is impossible.
Shut up! I'm ordering you not to
Well, this is
worry
definitely
about
not
me.
the twist that I was expecting.
There is no way I cannot worry about you. I am my young master's tool. A tool to protect my young master. Without an owner, the tool serves no purpose.
God damn it, we are done with that crap! Why won't you listen to what I'm saying?
Regardless, I will not flee. Besides, I'm fairly certain they'll discover the truth soon enough.
Then why did you...
I have a plan.
Huh? A plan?
Please do not worry. I promise I will keep my young master alive and return him safely home.
You idiot. What do you intend to do?
I intend to fulfill my duty as your tool. Now please, go! Hiyoko will be waking up soon. After you leave, I must block the door to the road with Mahiru's body. Hurry!
Damn it. You better run away. Got it? Just forget about me! Forget about the Kuzuryu clan! You better escape!
So how about it, Fuyuhiko? Please, tell me the truth.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, Peko. I guess I couldn't go through with it after all.
Young master!
I'm a disgrace.
Because if that's actually what I have to do to survive, just feel ashamed of myself. It'd mean I can't live without depending on something. I'd just feel disgusted with myself.
Peko.
And if I admit that, it means you really are just a tool to me. How many times did I tell you? I don't want a tool given to me by the Kuzuryu clan.
Young master!
Oh my! So this is how it turned out.
Too bad.
And here I thought it'd be more brutal and heartless. Man, how disappointing. Which means everything happened thanks to her meddlesome actions.
Why you?
There's no way a human that meddlesome could ever be considered a tool.
Hey,
Monokuma, you knew all along, didn't you? You knew what Peko and Fuyuhiko discussed.
jeez.
Well, it's obvious now. I mean, that's why you have surveillance cameras. You were just having fun, though, huh? Man, even if it was an act of desperation, Peko's claim was surprisingly interesting. You're actually the first to try to influence the outcome of the trial like that. But too bad, you're definitely the killer. Peko, the tool with the heart, is the killer.
Sorry.
Peko, I'm sorry I couldn't fulfill your request. even though you did all that to provide me the chance to survive. But I had a feeling it would turn out like this.
Huh?
Young master.
You have a kind heart despite being a Yakuza. That's why you question your position and constantly worry about it. For you to sacrifice someone else just to escape by yourself, I believe you wouldn't accept that so easily. Ah, cute Pecco Sprite. We've been together ever since we were children. Even a tool would understand that.
What?
Then, why?
And so,
I wanted you to escape.
escape.
Oh, she's voicing it. I wanted to protect you.
Pecco.
I am terribly sorry.
I will not be able to serve by your side until the very end, young master.
Bye.
I'm sorry for what I've done to you all too. It may be a selfish request, but please forgive my young master.
And please do not cause a senseless killing such as this ever again.
Yeah, I got bad news for you, Pecco. That will do, Monokuma. Why don't you start it already?
I will never feel despair.
As long as I am a tool, I am fully prepared to die.
So cool!
But will you be able to maintain that composure until the very end? People who act as proud as you always shed tears of despair in the end. Now then, let's begin!
Young Master Fuyuhiko.
Please permit me to make one final selfish request.
So,
Didn't I tell you not to call me young master?
I want you to remember.
The tool, Pecco Peccoyama, who used to stand beside you. I would like it if you remembered that. That's it. How many times do you have to keep... You don't need any tools. You did say that. Then let's begin. The punishment time brimming with despair.
jeez.
Why don't you get it yet?
Thrills, chills, kills!
This time for the ultimate swordswoman, Pecco Peccoyama.
Why?
You stayed by my side all this time. Why don't you get it?
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment!
I never needed a sword or a shield.
I never needed a tool. So, you didn't
Fuyuhiko's
need
in
to become a tool.
love.
Let's give it everything we've got!
You just needed to be yourself. I never wanted a tool. I just wanted you. Only you.
Young Master?
Why? Why couldn't you understand? We've always been together ever since we were kids!
Let's go! It's punishment time!
Oh, is he gonna say it?
Please,
Is he gonna say
Pecco,
it? Is he gonna say the L word?
Don't go! I need you!
No, come on, Fuyuhiko.
Don't leave me!
Come on, you can do better than this.
Young Master? Young Master!
You lost your chance, Fuyuhiko. You didn't shoot your shot. You are like a sister to me, Alabama style. Ooh. Ooh, I like this. One-woman army, ultimate swordsman Pecco Peccoyama's execution. Yo, this is a really cool one. Okay, I thought for a second that Monokuma was pulling some really, really cruel bullshit here, and I would have respected the hell out of that. This cannot be. Even Fuyuhiko? This is bad. This shouldn't be allowed. People dying so easily, falling like dominoes.
You bastard! What is this?
This can't be. This is a lie, right? Peko! Fuyuhiko!
Such a waste.
For heaven's sake. This is just the worst. Jeez, what a waste. This conclusion. What a waste. This is why she should have just discussed it with me. Nagito taking the wrong, conclusion out of this. It was supposed to be a clash between two hopes, but it was crushed into something so unpalatable.
Oh.
You're still talking about that? The hell's wrong with you? Aren't you pissed that 2 of your friends got killed?
Such despair.
I am pissed. And I even feel sad and hopeless. But still...
Isn't that right?
It's going to be all right. This despair is worthless. His voice actor's doing great. Even this despair is just a ladder to a bright, shining future that awaits us. The higher the ladder, the brighter we can shine. That is the unmistakable truth. Calling me a ladder, huh? You say some pretty interesting things. In a way, your misguided thoughts of what hope should be remind me of him. Oh? Okay, are we actually getting some explicit references to Danganronpa 1? I don't really understand what you're saying.
Listen carefully.
Anyway, I shall make a declaration. We will definitely destroy you. The hopes of all the Ultimates here will definitely, completely, utterly destroy you. There won't even be a strand of cotton left when we're done with you. That's your future. How much longer are you planning to say such stupid things? Don't you understand? Even Fuyuhiko died, you know. Not yet. He's still alive.
What?
Everyone!
Fuyuhiko is still alive.
You serious?
Fuyuhiko!
Frantically, we rushed over to Fuyuhiko's side.
He's still breathing.
Is he gonna be okay? Do something! Hey! You need to save him! Hey!
I'm trying! But his blood, he won't stop bleeding out! His pulse is getting weaker!
Can't you do anything about it? God damn it!
Well, serves him right.
You're so stupid!
Were you filled with hope at the thought of saving her yourself? That's why you ended up like that.
You stupid brother!
What are you so laid back about? You need to hurry up and save him.
I don't believe it!
A surprise order?
What the heck?
Why do I have to burn my precious calories just to save some Yakuza scum?
That's wrong!
It's your duty to save him. Duty?
Hey!
'Cause it's written in the school trip rules. If the Blackened is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. If only the Blackened gets executed, then Fuyuhiko shouldn't be allowed to be executed. Well, if I could, I would do something about it right now. But since my magic stick was taken away, I'm practically powerless.
Hey!
But you should be able to do it.
Unbelievable.
Jeez, I guess I have no choice.
Fine.
Well, there's no way I can violate a rule, even if it's me.
So,
Fine then, I'll save him.
like...
I was actually gonna do that all along, so I've already prepared for this. Prepared? And that's when it happened. A siren began ringing from out of nowhere. and gradually grew closer and closer.
An ambulance?
Just leave the rest to me, Dr. Killgood.
Dr. Killgood, you've already killed your patient.
We gotta get this patient to the Monokuma Hospital ER and get him under 24-hour observation stat. So, I'll see you later.
And after he said that, the ambulance containing Monokuma and Fuyuhiko vanished from our sight. Is it really gonna be okay to leave this to Monokuma?
Damn it.
It can't be helped. It's not like there was any other way.
Perhaps.
He's gonna be fine. He's probably gonna get better and come back to us again. You're right. He's definitely gonna come back and talk a lot of smack as if nothing happened.
Then, all we can do is wait.
Why do we have to wait for him? I mean, he caused Mahiru's death, you know?
However,
We must put that aside since Peko has already been punished. Or else we will not be able to advance forward.
Fall, my tears.
There are no second chances in life. We cannot return to what has already transpired. There is no other way than to move forward, like an arrow of light piercing through the darkness.
damn it!
I guess. Things aren't as exciting if a shit stirrer like him ain't around. I didn't realize it, but I was wishing for that too. From the bottom of my heart, I really wanted him to return. Fuyuhiko! I don't want anyone else to be a sacrifice. And so the class trial ended. But we still can't see the real ending that we really want yet. When that finally arrives, what will have happened to us by then? No matter where I look, no matter what possibilities I look for, I can't see our future, not even a speck. As if we were in a boat floating unreliably in a vast dark sea. We were just left there, alone. And only one word could explain our situation. Despair. We couldn't find a more suitable word than that. It's about 11:30. I'm trying to be better about keeping a real sleep schedule, so melatonin. We're down to like, what, 17 days maybe? Oh, 15.
You guys can see it, right? You can see this countdown too? 4 people are already gone. We took our time preparing the hope fragments, but now we're no longer able to gather them. Honestly, I'm not so sure anymore. Whether it's better if we let them leave this island, or if we shouldn't let them escape. For those kids, which option is hope and which is despair? But I guess there's no time to hesitate. If this countdown reaches 0, that guy will probably take over our plan's final stage as well. What lies beyond that is the foul resurrection of the ultimate despair. And the continuation of the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
I'm glad we get to return to that.
That cannot be allowed. We must prevent that by any means necessary. Even if we have to pay the ultimate price, I will definitely prevent it by any means. Everything is for the sake of a future filled with hope.
So this seems to indicate that Usami is a proxy for World Ender here. Goodbye, Peko. Goodbye, Mahiru. You shall be missed. Why is she wearing a diaper? I fully agree. strongly wish that she wasn't. Well, sorry, Mahiru, you were gonna be my next pick for free time. Well, who do I go for now that Mahiru's out of the picture? After Ibuki and after Gundam, Chiaki and Sonya are probably my two. Chiaki, Sonya... Yeah, wow. The rest of the cast is not standing out to me. I guess maybe Akane? Probably Nekomaru at a certain point. You still want Gundam's skill? Yes, I want Gundam's skill. But more importantly, I just want to finish my relationship with Gundam. Alrighty guys, well that's gonna be where we wrap up for tonight. We are gonna start again on, what, probably Tuesday with the beginning of Chapter 3. If we're lucky, we will get to the actual investigation phase of Chapter 3. Otherwise, it's just gonna be a fun, easy slice of life, getting friendly with Gundam and, I don't know, Chiaki probably. So yeah, that's it guys. Thank y'all for being here. I will be seeing you Tuesday most likely, though right now there are some things that are a little up in the air for me, so my real life schedule might get a little weird. I hate that I have to say that just after I got finished with the wedding and, you know, I sat down and I said I can finally sit and focus on the stream, but there might be more changes coming in the future. The real world is crazy. You're married? Yes, got married, it'll be 1 month ago on Tuesday. Tuesday will be my 1 month anniversary. my month-iversary? I don't know how you would call that. Wait, wedding? Yes. We got married on September 1st, and it was awesome, and it was loads of fun, and we had a great time, and I had to pay a lot of money for a lot of food that I did not get to eat, and a lot of drinks that I did not get to drink. A lot of dancing that I did get to dance, and a lot of friends and family that I hadn't seen for a very long time who said some very nice words and brought a lot of light into my life. So I had an amazing time. It was just an incredible experience, and I look back on it super fondly. So, yep, anyway, thank y'all for being here. I will be seeing you on Tuesday. I'm given like an 80% chance, like 80-20, I'll be streaming on Tuesday. Otherwise, guys, thank you for being here. Be kind to one another, be kind to yourselves, be safe, and as always, peace out. Good night, everybody. Oh wow, the green screen really shows on this black background, huh? Interesting. Anyway, bye.